What's up, Lori? Guys, I got a little bit of a cookie to deal with. Chat, tap the screen. Get on in there and tap that screen. Let's wait while this guy connects. Gee dang it, chat. Give me a sec. I'm also eating. I'm eating a giant snickerdoodle cookie, y'all. It's like a cookie pie. It's so good.
Yo,
Hello.
what's up?
What's up? Didn't we talk yesterday?
Yesterday? No, that was like Monday.
Oh, okay. What do you want to talk about, bro?
Just what's going on in the world, like uh, Trump policies,
How do you feel
border
about him
security.
not releasing the Island Man files?
Yeah, that's not a good look. That's like his number one hot take right now. He's got to release those files, or else he's when see in the eye of the public, you're guilty until proven innocent, and he's got to realize that.
Yep.
So I know there's a lot more. It's not as simple as just releasing the files, but at this point, he might have to if he wants to recover because he took ownership of that whole. He took ownership of the Jeffrey Epstein files like an idiot.
If you don't mind, I'm just gonna abbreviate his name. Use code words.
What do you call him? J E?
Island guy.
Yeah. So now whether he's innocent or not, he took ownership of those island guy files, and he's gonna look guilty until he proves himself innocent. And the problem is, I think there might be a good chance that he has some incriminating evidence in there.
Oh yeah. I think there's a good chance too.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and it's not just Trump. It's probably much more widespread than that.
Sure. Yeah, I feel like this is the strangest phenomenon that this is what's finally turning a bunch of MAGA. I had a bunch of people that come up to my stream and tell me that they're not MAGA anymore.
I mean, it's a pretty serious accusation, accusing someone of being a P3DO.
Yeah.
And it's like, why wouldn't you just take the same stance as every other politician and say, like, we're going to release as much information as possible? Instead, he makes these giant claims, which he's notorious for doing, and it puts him in the hot seat. See, me personally, I don't know if he is on those files or not. So makes no sense, but the concealment of information concerns me.
Yep. Yeah, and the lying about it, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
he could release like four names. He could release, I don't know, redact his name or something, redact a bunch of people's names. He's not releasing it. He says nothing's here. Kind of weird.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm fine with being lied to. Politicians do it to us all the time, but some stuff you can't lie about, like super emotionally attached items, like referring to P3DO stuff. That's something you have to be very careful the waters you're treading. Like, as we
Yep.
all know, politicians will lie to you about absolutely everything.
Yeah. I know Trump. Trump is really good at lying about absolutely everything. Politicians lie, but Trump is he's an Olympic medalist in lying.
I don't know. It's all the same to me. Yeah, Trump probably lies more than other people, but it my back when I was a kid, my dad used to say, how do you know? He used to ask me, how do you know if a politician's lying? Answer was, if their lips are moving. Like, this predates Trump way back.
Yeah.
But as far as his policy, my problem with the Epstein files is he needs to release him, or sorry, yeah, Island Guy files is he needs to release them. If he's guilty on it, we impeach him, move on with the whole agenda, the conservative movement. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. Why do you think all the Republicans in the House blocked the release of the files?
um, Probably it was probably tied to something. It probably wasn't a single issue, if I had to guess. Was it a single issue being voted on?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
What was the act called, or what was it called? Let's see. Genius Act?
My coffee's getting my way.
I think you're referring to the Genius Act.
Epstein vote has Republicans eager to leave. This is 4 hours ago. I think they're doing a
Yeah.
second vote on it.
Okay. Well, yeah, the Genius Act. They were trying to go after our Bitcoin, dude. Just take the cryptocurrency out and just make it a single issue vote, and then we'll really figure out who doesn't want the files released. Like, why do they got to put that in there with crypto? Of course, Republicans are gonna vote
It's
against that.
I
It's
don't.
just the
Where is it? Where's crypto involved?
Genius Act. They're like trying to centralize cryptocurrency.
Are you sure that's what's tied to it?
I'm just reading uh, a quick like summary here about it. I could read more, but my whole point is, why are we tying things into this
I
major
don't.
issue?
Oh, press permit. Yeah, yeah. It was in a cryptocurrency legislation.
Yeah, like just do it separately. Which it sounds like you found something that they are going to be voting on it separately.
Possibly.
Yeah, I doubt it. It's all theatrics. Like, the Democrats wanted a wish list item, so they threw their wish list item on top of the
Is it
EPS.
something that the Republicans are voting for, though?
We don't know. We have no idea because it hasn't came to a vote. Like, why are they throwing it into a stupid cryptocurrency regulation act? Is the dumbest thing I've seen.
Well, I mean, aren't the Republicans pro crypto?
Yeah,
I'm
and
okay. So Regulation Act. Okay.
yeah,
Oh God.
yeah. Like,
Democrats had to attach it to something.
they had to. Why do they have to?
What's up, Sebastian?
I don't think you have to
It's
attach it to
Republican
something.
legislation. Maybe it's because it's a Republican legislature.
Oh, wait. What part is protecting the island files?
No, because the majority of the House is Republican, so the legislature is all Republican that comes to the floor.
Yeah, well, that might change based on this backlash. I don't think they expected the backlash to be this intense.
If it's yeah, it's Dems can't introduce bills, so this is a Republican introduced bill that they're tagging it onto.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of Republican lawmakers are saying this is why they struck it down is because Democrats added the cryptocurrency regulation in there. So I don't, like I said, both of us are learning about this act as we speak. So I don't think that's accurate as for what I'm seeing. Okay, so it was a bipartisan effort. Co-sponsors were Senator Gillibrand from New York, Senator also Brooks from Maryland. Those are two Democrats, and Tim Scott and Cynthia Lummis. Those are two Republicans. It was a bipartisan bill effort.
Okay.
Passed the Senate on June 17th with a 68-30 vote, so Republicans were fine with it. Moved to the House in mid-July for final approval, and that's where it died.
Mm.
Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense why Republicans in the Senate would be okay with regulating cryptocurrency, but then, yeah.
I don't know. Sounds fishy, bro. Sounds fishy.
Oh yeah, like I'm not ignorant to the fact like part of being conservative is realizing that there's corruption all over the place. So I'm not ignorant to the fact that a lot of our elites and world leaders are likely on this like island ring. I just don't want it. I don't want it to affect. I don't want it to affect the conservative movement. I want anyone who broke any of those like heinous laws to go to jail and us move on with our.
That's a pipe dream. I think that it's gonna hurt both sides. Bill Clinton's in there, right? So, but I think Trump being in there and some also mysteriously, saying that there's nothing there. I I think that's pretty horrible. I think that's a pretty. I think he feels like he thinks we're stupid. I think he's used to
Yeah.
lying to us so much. He's just like, just tell him they don't exist.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk's a Fed now, or a lot of people said he has been, but I think he's really a Fed now. I saw Trump called him and other top conservative influencers to tell them specifically to drop the Epstein talk.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like we're just operating like Democrats now. It's crazy.
I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious. I went and saw Charlie Kirk live a few months ago, and that's what he's doing. He's pro MAGA. He's not even just trying to get you to be. Oh, someone just texted me. He's MAGA. He's got to be whatever Trump is. He's got to be on the same page. He's not actually. He doesn't have any actual like beliefs. I don't think. I think he's there to collect a paycheck and send a message to those young kids.
Yeah, who do you think's the leading conservative like influencer slash debater?
I don't know what would it
Not
be.
not paid,
Ben
not paid off.
Shapiro, probably
Not paid off.
Nick Fuentes.
Yeah, see, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I saw Nick Fuentes had like 50,000 live viewers in his stream the other day.
Pretty concerning. It's pretty crazy.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Do you agree that Nick Fuentes is a Yahtzee?
Um, Pretty sure he said he is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you?
so I would
Would
say,
you?
I would say, yeah.
Why
If
do
he,
people listen to him? Why the fuck? I have people come up here all the time that love him, say how right
I
he
mean,
is.
well, he's super intelligent. Like he definitely has a very very high IQ. He's funny. He's impressionable. Um, I think he would have a very successful career in politics, no matter what he said. the line that he took is just caps him. It caps how big of a followership he can have. He'll never be able to run for office. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, hopefully not. Sure, hopefully not. But can you believe that people this day and age are following him? And they're all
Oh,
on your side. It's a
yeah,
big movement.
I can absolutely believe that. Especially what's going on in with Israel versus Iran.
Yeah.
Because that was a big ticket item for him. I saw like even like famous rappers are following, collabing, and Candace Owens just did a collab with him, picking up traction quick.
Yikes. 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 Yikes.
The problem with supporting Nick Fuentes is you can't support what the good things he says without also having to defend the terrible things.
Yeah.
There's a problem there with Trump too. He says a lot of
Yeah.
stupid things.
He says he's completely indefensible now. Everybody that I talk to, um, there's a few that are like, hell yeah, brother, I support Trump. Most of them, they say, well, I voted for him. I kind of support some of the things he does, but not all of them.
Yeah, so the problem is like even given all of the information I have today, it would not have changed my vote in a general election. It would only change my vote in a primary.
Woof.
Because
Woof, woof, woof.
at the end of the day, I'm looking to advance conservative values throughout the federal and of course state governments.
You want a
Um,
theocratic government?
I'm sorry.
You want a theocratic government?
What's a theocratic government?
A government where theocracy is intertwined, where we write legislation using the Bible?
No, no. I vote based on my values convert to the policies. If my values are expressed in the policies that politicians are displaying, then that's how you're going to get my vote. And the left would have to come miles towards the middle for me to consider switching.
It's crazy. Do you know that the left here in America is pretty much center right in most other countries?
That's hard to believe, honestly.
What do you
Like
think that our left has that other countries don't? Like, we don't have universal health care. What do we have?
as far as I guess I could see what you're saying, but as far as America goes, like we're very conservative when it comes to the Second Amendment, right to bear arms. The left actively tries to limit, or even some say we need to abolish the right to bear arms, do gun buybacks, stuff like that. Uh, I, I was astounded with Tim Walz when he made a statement during the campaign that hate speech should not be protected by free speech. Like that's wild. Um, I personally couldn't really see
You
myself
know,
voting.
Trump's actually doing things, right? Like, he's actually doing things, and he has said worse. He has said, we should do away with rules, even those found in the Constitution. When there's fraud of this level, he's talking about the stolen election. Like, Trump has written executive orders, multiple now, that challenge our Constitution.
Yeah,
Like,
and I mean,
he
to
uses
what
his
extent?
executive orders to hurt people in an attempt to affect their free speech. He's the actual person doing the things you're worried Tim Walz might do.
I mean, I think that the Constitution, to a certain extent, was meant to be changed or challenged. I mean, that's the whole reason we have amendments.
Now it's
If
malleable. Yeah, I know, and there's a way to do it, and it's
I
not
mean,
an
but
executive
seriously,
order.
our founding fathers explicitly designed the Constitution to be changed and challenged over time. I mean, I
Yes,
wouldn't
not
get
by executive order.
right. Yeah, yeah. You should do it the correct way. Yeah, but still, I wouldn't get hung up on he's trying to challenge the Constitution. He's trying to change the Constitution. If we never changed the Constitution, women would never have been able to vote, stuff
Okay,
like
dude.
that.
Okay, then the Second Amendment. If we never changed it, then it's been so long. It's time. Biden, the next Democrat that comes into office, he's going to write an executive order, and it's going to challenge the Second Amendment. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, if they get enough support to do that, there's nothing I can do. It's not like if a
I'm not
police officer,
asking you if there's something you can do. I'm saying, what do you think about that?
I would highly disagree with it, and I would vote in every single election against it, and that's the most I can do.
So you want our Constitution and the rule of law to be that fickle?
No, I think that we're heavily rooted in the right to bear arms, and that's why it's survived for so long. Other things aren't so heavily rooted, like for example, women's suffrage.
Okay.
Like you're comparing the right to bear arms to like someone 100 years ago. This debate would be, what do you mean give women the right to vote? What are they going to come after our guns next? Like, no, some things are meant to be changed, some things are meant to stay the same.
Okay. Okay.
You don't see my logic there?
No, I mean, the logic would be, yeah, 250 years ago, they had no idea what we were going to be able to do and make with pew pews and what we've achieved today. And do you think that civilians should have this? Because back then, it was like people kept all of their pew pews in barracks in the middle of town, and there was a very different meaning for the pew pews. And Yeah, I got a feeling you guys are the one cheering on a tyrannical government, so you guys are definitely not going to be the ones standing up to them.
Okay. So you believe that Trump's administration is a tyrannical government, right?
Yeah,
And what's the main purpose of the right to bear arms?
it's not for to stand up for to a tyrannical government.
Yes, it is. That's one of the main reasons the founding fathers put it in there.
How do you know that? Is that in the Federalist Papers?
Because I went to public school. You never heard that in public school?
Yeah, I don't think that's part of it. No.
Here, we'll look it up.
Yeah,
I'm very surprised you haven't heard.
and the militia thing too. A well-maintained militia.
Yeah, so one of the original reasons for the Second Amendment was to allow citizens to defend themselves against tyranny, specifically a tyrannical government. That, for example, kind of recent history, World War II would have never, the Jews would have never faced the challenge. I don't even know what I can say on TikTok. They would have never been unalived at the rate that they were if they had the Second Amendment. You guys should really be concerned if Trump went to take away the Second Amendment.
Trump's the only person who's made movement on that edge, isn't he? Do you think that here's my belief. I think that if somebody shows signs of mental illness, we should take their pew pews and then go to court for it.
Correct. Yeah, I agree.
You agree about that?
Yeah, if somebody has like a serious mental illness, they should not have a firearm. Is there?
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
so you would just
maybe I'm
the
setting-
accusation of having a mental illness is enough?
Oh no, not by just anybody. No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about like by a doctor, psychiatrist.
So you agree
sorry,
due
one
process
second.
after, take the guns first, due process afterwards.
1 second. I gotta pick up this phone call. It's literally gonna be 5 seconds. Drop me if you have to.
Yeah, this is weird. Yeah, can you imagine trying to stand up to our government's military? I don't think anybody actually thinks this through. Can you imagine, like, if people just straight up pulled out their arms and started unaliving ICE agents?
All right, sorry about that. Hello.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. What was your question?
Um, the Second Amendment, I guess, the tyrannical government part.
Yeah.
I just don't think you have any chance in hell. Like it's basically just kamikaze, right? You're just
What?
unaliving yourself.
How many? So say for example, say World War II, you handed every single Jew a firearm. Do you think they would have been anywhere near as successful in unaliving 6 million? I think that
I
they would have seen 6 million. Like I think every single
I
Jew could have at least taken out one or two Schnazis from
yeah,
a point of
I
cover.
I
Like I
think
think that single handedly could have stopped World War II. Is the Second Amendment?
I don't agree. I don't agree.
Maybe.
Uh
I mean, how many German soldiers were there? I bet there wasn't 6 million. Maybe there
it
was.
doesn't matter. I still feel like there were even people that were interviewed inside of those in like those camps that even being a victim of the internment camps, it was like something like there was a vote of 2,300 out of 2,500 voted that the government is going in the right direction. They were very well bamboozled. They probably would have just given their pew pews right over.
Right, but what I'm saying is you should not be in fear. I mean, what I would really start being in fear of a tyrannical government if they started going after the Second Amendment. That's our like last line of defense against one.
Every
And I
almost
think
every other country on earth exists with almost no guns. Some countries they have guns, like Japan. You have to take like it's like probably like 6 months to get a pew pew. You have to prove that it's recreational, yada yada yada. And they just so happen to not have any pew pews, like mass pew pews. They don't have school shootings. In fact, I think last year we had something like 250 school shootings, and second place had 6 or mass shootings.
yeah, but then you factor in like stabbings and
Yeah, and
but
you
I
you factor in
America
stabbings, and you look at the UK. They had 144 stabbings last year. Literally nothing.
yeah, but I mean it's just so for example, I love the Second Amendment cuz like I have a mom, a girlfriend, sisters, stuff like that. People who without a firearm, they would be left at a severe disadvantage against somebody that's looking to cause them harm. Even if they both had knives, they're going to be at a severe disadvantage. Firearm is what levels the playing field for especially women. I think women would be harmed the most by the Second
I don't
Amendment
agree.
being.
I think the
You don't agree
if
with that logic?
no, I we already have 400 million pew pews in the United States. It might be 450, and there's 350 million civilians. If more pew pews meant more safety, we wouldn't have 40,000 gun deaths each year.
Sorry, one second.
What's the ratio where we finally start seeing none? Does every person need 2 guns?
No, I would say every single person needs to. I personally like to have at least five at one time, like 4 to 5. I have a decently big house, and in the event that I was to be a victim of like a burglary, I would want one within, you know, 40 feet.
Sure.
But my point, to go back to the last thing, so you said you don't agree that a firearm levels a playing field for women who are victims of violent attacks.
Um, it could, but it could also just as easily get you hurt, right? So like if she pulls out a gun, they have a gun, someone's gonna unalive, someone's gonna die.
So would you rather her just hopefully be okay by the willfulness of the attacker?
No, there's things like bear spray. There's things like hazers and stuff.
I mean,
Clubs.
those items aren't effectively going to neutralize a threat the way that a firearm
Absolutely.
will.
Bear spray?
The way that a firearm will.
Yeah,
Bear spray.
I think
Bear spray can work as well against her as it like you see it all the time. Like a gust of wind. Bear spray's a really bad example because we see it all the time. A gust of wind comes and you just incapacitated yourself and not the attacker.
yeah, I don't know. And you also see it all the time where somebody thinks they're going to save themselves in an altercation with a pew pew, somebody else gets hurt, or they pull it out and then it escalates and then they die. See it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you could go back and forth with hypotheticals all day. My main point here is, and you agree with me, that women, smaller people, are going to be the ones who um, are affected the most by the Second Amendment getting repealed, and in cases where they're looking for a form of self-defense.
Well, I mean,
And every
you can have a handgun all day. I think we could get rid of assault rifles. There's no reason for a civilian to have one. We won't see scenarios like we saw in Uvalde, where we had 77 minutes where there were how many officers? Like 300 officers standing outside doing nothing, while somebody inside with an AR was unaliving children. I feel like it's an obvious case where we can't police this stuff.
sure, like if we were to meet in the middle and say give up the assault rifles, but then never, ever, ever, ever for the rest of the history or for the rest of the future of America go a step further, I'd be like, sure, let's do it. But the problem is, it's not going to stop at assault rifles. And if
You guys
people
are just
really,
paranoid, and it's killing kids. You're like, oh, it's a slippery slope. It's just getting kids killed. You guys are being paranoid. You won't move an inch on this. It's insane, dude.
well, that's another like uh, hypocrisy, another instance of hypocrisy with the problem with assault rifles when assault rifles only make up a small fraction of the issues surrounding the Second
Yeah, but
Amendment.
they're mostly involved in school pew pews, school unalivings. There's no
They're the most.
name one reason why you need it besides if you're invaded by 300 people. One reason why you would need a fucking AR, dude. If my house is getting broken into, I want a shotgun.
Government.
The
To fight it.
government.
Correct. If for once again back to the World War II
Have you heard of
instance.
drones?
I mean, what do
Have you heard
you?
of tanks?
What's your point? Yeah, I mean, you're not fighting. Okay, we. Yeah, citizens can't have tanks, but I think assault rifles will be beneficial fighting against a tyrannical government, which you already say we live under.
I have no hope on Earth that I would be able to stand up to Trump's military. Absolutely not. That is a pipe dream. Do you
Say,
really think you would live
would you stand a
through
better?
an entire
Would you stand a better?
rebellion, like a hostile rebellion?
Would you stand a better chance against Nazi Germany if you had an assault rifle in your home?
I probably would have taken a few out and then died. I don't think I would
Exactly.
have
So
stood a better chance. Like all you're saying is like I don't care that kids are. I don't care that children are dying because at least I'm going to be able to unalive a few people on my way out in the event of some crazy scenario.
But the act of you unaliving these bad actors on your way out is saving millions of lives potentially moving
What?
forward. Back to the World War II's theory.
Absolutely not.
Like how many? Okay, how many German soldiers do you think Nazi Germany had?
I don't know.
We're about to find out. Estimated 17 to 18. So by your logic, you would have taken out 2 or 3, you said. They would have completely annihilated the, but if they fought as hard as you can, they would have completely annihilated the German military.
No, they
6
wouldn't have. If every one of them did, maybe. But
Yeah.
like people would obviously start folding. They would take them out by community, right? So like force only one community to give up its pew pews, and the rest of them would be like, well, it's not happening to us, so I'm not gonna do anything. It's exactly how it would work, dude.
I'm sorry?
They would do it community by community. They would
Like,
do it.
take away.
They would separate one community and take away their pew pews, and the other communities would be like, well, what's going on? and then they would take one by one.
They would force them to give up their firearms,
Yeah.
which is what you're suggesting our government does.
Was that, what is it? I'm not no, I'm saying if they do a
That's what
buyback
you just
on
suggested.
ARs, yes. Yeah, let's do it. Let's close
So
loopholes.
take away our firearms.
Let's do red flag laws. Let's close the way that felons get a hold of pew pews. Let's make it a felony to do a private sale.
Correct. Take away our firearms.
That
You have to
doesn't
be
take away your firearms.
that does buybacks doesn't take away our firearms.
If they're voluntary, they don't. You can
What
be
if they're not?
grandfathered in, keep them.
If they're voluntary buybacks right now, a lot of counties already do that.
Okay.
I
Then what are you
believe.
so scared of?
Actually, no. I'm saying when it's not voluntary is when it becomes a problem, which is what you're suggesting we do.
I'm just saying not everything is the end of the world when we start legislating pew pews. You're like, okay, you do this one thing and then nothing ever again. That is insane. There's
When have
obviously
we?
things we could do to stop guns from entering the black market, from people just storing their guns loosely around their house for their child to take to the school and do horrible things or things to themselves.
So I guess you have a lot more confidence in the government than I do to not attempt to obtain more power past taking away your Second Amendment. Even and I don't know how you have more confidence in the government when you think that we're living under a
You don't have to have
schnazi.
any confidence in anybody if
Right.
you simply just support this law and then nothing outside of that. It's not hard to do.
But you're saying like just meet me in the middle at assault rifles. I'm like they're not going to stop there, and I think that's a lot more
That's not
reasonable
even
for
an
me.
argument. They're not going to stop there. Says who?
That's the argument that you just
We've
made.
done it before. It
My
wasn't the end of the world.
when have we ever forced assault rifles to
We
be?
stopped the manufacturing and the sale of assault rifles from
I don't.
1995 to 2005.
I have an assault rifle in my bedroom. And is that a legal contraband right now?
No, it stopped in 2005, dude.
Okay, so they are still legal. We're
Yeah.
not.
1993, 1994, something like that.
Yeah, and we haven't even touched the topic of one of the big elephant in the room, and the problem that stops Democrats a lot of the time is the actual process of doing firearm buybacks. It's just not living in reality when we have 400 million firearms in America.
Doing voluntary ones is a start, bro. Getting some pew pews off the street, I think, is totally fine.
If somebody wants to voluntarily give up their firearm, I have no problem with it. You can. This is a free country. You can do whatever you want. You can break it in half or smelt it down to the metal. Like it's actually, I think that's illegal. But for argument's sake, you can do whatever you want. I'm saying don't force anyone to do that. Don't
You guys are
force
too
anyone.
touchy, dude. You guys are too spoiled. Gun culture is so insane. You guys would literally, like, the economy is a laughing joke right now, and you guys are like coping so hard. You're like, I voted for guns, and the economy is just like collateral damage. It's insane, dude. It's insane. You're
No,
like, you're so
we
paranoid.
believe in the economy.
Like, Democrats, literally, we've talked about saving kids, about AKs. We're not going to go crazy and take everyone's guns, all of them, and then be some authoritarian government.
Oh, but a lot of Democrats are pro banning, repealing the Second Amendment.
No, they're not. Who's for that? What politician?
I might be wrong, but let me look it up.
Beto may have said it before, but he's come back on that, right? I don't know any one person wants to take away all pew pews, even though there's an argument for it. I have pew pews.
Yeah, like I said, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's been a thing.
Dude, you guys
people
just
have.
have these crazy strawmans. This is not a thing. We're not trying to inject kids with a trans ideology. We're not trying to put all of them in your sports. There were literally 10 of them in the NCAA. You guys have the craziest red herrings that make you turn away from Democrats. We don't want an open border.
Yeah, so at typing into Google, the AI comes back. No prominent Democratic politician has explicitly called for. So yeah, we're not to that point yet, but the fear's still there.
That's just that's just gun culture, bro. That's just gun culture. That's just paranoia. My dad talks to me all the time. He's like, "Make sure you have money in your mattress. They're gonna freeze all of the money in the banks and then take our guns." Like, people are so paranoid, dude.
It's like boomers. Money in the mattress is like a yeah, but I see what you're saying, and sometimes it's not a bad thing to be paranoid or prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Is a good way to put it.
I don't know. I feel like that's very useful paranoia when it comes to voting, and parties are doing crazy shit like the big beautiful bill, and you're like, well, at least I got my guns. I mean, it's horrible.
What's
I think
cra-
that's a horrible reason to vote for Republicans.
what's crazy about the big beautiful bill?
The fact it's going to add 2.3 to 5 trillion dollars to our debt. The fact
In
that it
theory,
gave huge tax breaks to billionaires. It gave it gave Trump more power with executive orders. It took away the court's abilities, the teeth for doing nationwide injunctions. It stopped. Did they pull the thing out about AI?
yeah.
And then all that money took 160 billion dollars of food stamps out. Gave ICE how many billions?
Oh yeah, like they have. It's a meme that they have more funding than all but two of the militaries worldwide. But
75 billion.
I agree with it. It
Jesus
was in,
Christ.
you're talking about a very small percentage of taxpayer funds, and it was the number two issue in the presidential election last year.
Yeah, because he made it that way, because he fucking hyped it up for years, dude. He's been hyping it up since 2017. How bad the border is.
Yeah, Obama did the same thing. He realized that the border was a very big issue.
Yeah, he enforced it, but he didn't start saying things that are so dangerous that it caused domestic right-wing terrorists to start fucking coming out of the woodworks.
What do you mean?
Saying things like they're poisoning the blood of the country, that they're vermin, that they have bad genetics.
Oh, okay. Like people like that. What are you implying there? That like a significant percentage of Trump supporters think that way?
If it's definitely it's not a deal breaker, which is horrible, right? Like if Trump is talking about a minority group in such a light, I mean that it literally comes from Hitler's speeches. I think
Like
that should
what?
be a red flag. Poison the blood of the country,
Poison the
calling them
blood.
vermin, saying they have bad genetics, saying they're hurting our economy, saying they're creating crime when they're not, saying they eat cats and dogs.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely way too rough on them. But hello.
I hear you.
Yeah. So he's definitely way too rough on them, but there's no doubt that illegal immigration is a really it's a net negative on our country.
How so?
I mean, there's been studies done, um,
Which ones?
like I think it was Federal American Immigration Reform
Yeah,
did a study on it.
Fairs is literally called a hate group. They're literally considered a hate group. They're
Okay.
anti-immigration.
Well, do you agree with the Center for Immigration Studies under President Biden?
You can look at it. You can look at their.
Or look up the Manhattan Institute. They did a study on it as well. I'm a lot more familiar with the Manhattan Institute study than CIS. And it's very useful information that they have in there, and it shows how we need to support legal immigration, like the importation of high skilled workers, as opposed to the illegal immigration of or the legal immigration of low skilled workers. So but people say that they don't trust the fair, but then they trust like Manhattan Institution, which reports the exact pretty much the exact same numbers, or the Center for Immigration Study that reports the exact same numbers. The difference is FAIR reported numbers on a federal and state level, so it made the number look a lot bigger. CIS and Manhattan Institution, they reported only on the federal level, so it made the numbers look a lot smaller. So of course Republicans are going to want to use the bigger number. Democrats just say this is BS, this is a hate group, without actually debating the substance in the report.
Now, there's actually reports from Cato Institute debunking the FAIR's report.
That's fine. That's fine. And like I said, there's like 4 or 5 other sources that line up with pretty much the same details on a federal level. I want to see another study done on a state level, but you need a lot more funding and people to run a study at that level per state.
So the CBO released budget projections that assume that immigration stemming from ongoing border crisis will bolster tax revenues much more than spending, at least in the short term. The primary purpose of this report was resolve the debate by providing policymaker, legislators, scholars with public detailed analysis of fiscal impacts. Yada yada yada. Someone paid to kick you, by the way, but I'm going to finish reading this with you.
Okay,
Trisha,
but you're reading the wrong thing. You're reading a different institution's rebuttal to the Manhattan Institution. Go to the actual Manhattan report.
Manhattan Institute.
Hold on. Yeah, you're on the right one. Sorry, disregard what I said. And it was nice talking to you. Hopefully we can finish that conversation because it's interesting stuff what Manhattan did.
No problem. Take it easy.
Bye.
W Trisha's in the chat. Thank you for the kick. Chat, let's get to 50K. I can't believe we're not at 50K yet. Stop being selfish. Tap the screen. Yeah, the chewing was killing me too, dude. Oof. Bum. Yellow.
Hey, what's up, dude?
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I am.
What do you like about Trump?
Well, I think he supports the Bill of Rights more than Kamala Harris did, so he was obviously the better of the two options.
Why would you say that? Even Trump says that we should do away with things in the Constitution when the 2020 rolled around. He also has written executive orders that go directly against amendments in the Bill of Rights. Well, actually,
I mean, he's also
the 14th
written.
Amendment.
He's signed executive orders that directly protect the Bill of Rights as well.
Which ones?
On day one, he signed the executive order to restore free speech in the United States on day one of his second presidency.
What did it do?
I mean, you have to Google exactly what it says. And then a few days later, he signed another executive order to investigate Second Amendment infringements in the United States.
He signs a lot of executive orders that literally do nothing. That sounds like 2 of them. He also has written an executive order for everybody to start looking for things to do more efficiently.
I mean, why do you feel like those two do nothing?
Because you haven't told me anything what they. I mean, like if they actually did a thing, it sounds like they're just performative, like PR
I mean,
pieces.
yeah, you can look into it, but
Well,
they
I mean,
definitely have done
I'm
a
not
thing.
Mother
So with the
Goose. You're welcome
Second
to tell me
Amendment
what they
one,
did. Like
yeah, I can tell you a little bit about.
Trump has done more to threaten those things than anything. For the First Amendment, he has written executive orders that targeted law firms that represented clients such as political opposition. So he's written executive orders to strip them of their rights of entry into federal buildings, in turn causing them to lose all of their clients. And then when they go to sue them, when another law firm goes to sue them, because that law firm couldn't go to federal court to sue them, uh, he copy pastes that executive order and does it to them. Trump is also doing the same thing to University of Columbia and also Harvard. He's trying to impose his political ideology onto those institutions.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you this: we can definitely talk about the First Amendment some, but just per the last conversation, I definitely wanted to talk some about the Second Amendment, because it really, I have a lot of questions about a lot of the statements you made on the Second Amendment, and you know, I guess I'll tie that into the executive order that he signed a few days into his second term to investigate infringements on the Second Amendment. The Supreme Court has made quite a few different, very clear rulings with tons of information attached to these rulings within the past maybe 10 to 15 years. And these rulings directly contradict a lot of what your claims were. So I'm curious as to where you are getting your information on the Second Amendment,
The
and where
Jocular
you're getting
Jurist super chatted
where
$10.
you're getting your
1.
information
Define assault
on,
rifle.
you know, what
2.
the limits
How do
are
you
and what the
reconcile that
understanding of
mass
the Second
shooting has
Amendment
multiple
is.
broad definitions? 3. How do you reconcile that suicides is included in gun death statistics?
Suicides are actually a majority of the gun death statistics. I think it's like 6 out of 10, 60% of them are self-inflicted, but that also goes to show that without pew-pews, we wouldn't have all of that. There's no other country that has proportional suicides without the guns. So,
So that, if I can interrupt you there, because that's a fact that you referenced a few times within your last conversation,
mhm.
but I've never heard you reference the other end of that, because there are a lot of pew-pews in America. How many self-defense uses of
We'll
pew-pews
never
are there
know
every year?
because they made it illegal for the CDC to study this.
No, so
Republicans
there was
did.
actually already a study done, and we already do have a number.
What? Who
It's
did
some
that?
You can Google it. It was the most extensive firearms study ever done in the history of firearms studies. So this is going to give us the most accurate number we've ever
People are
seen within
saying
a
it's less than
firearms study.
1%.
No, it's not less than 1%. There are tons of pew-pew self-defense uses every year, and this is because we have the right to defend ourselves with firearms
Yeah,
or
I
with
don't. You're gonna have
arms.
to tell me the study name.
You can look it up. Look up most extensive study on firearms use ever done, and then we can easily find it, I'm sure. It was done fairly recently. That's a big number right there.
I don't see anything that says that.
258,000.
Um,
That's a big number, dude. Imagine if they didn't have arms to defend their homes with that 258,000, and let's say maybe half of them decided, I'm going to harm these
imagine if
families.
they had a baseball bat.
So you're just going to skip over what I said?
Imagine if they just had a baseball bat and the
Who, the
burglar
homeowner?
and the burglar only had a knife or a baseball bat.
Yeah. Imagine, yeah, let's imagine that. Let's imagine it was a 90-year-old couple living by themselves an hour away from the next city.
Yeah.
They've got a baseball bat, and two 28-year-olds with large knives came in.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
How you think that's going to go?
Okay. So, let's say there's 100 of each of these incidences. So there's 100 instances where everybody has pew-pews, and there's 100 instances where there's one knife holder and one person with a bat.
Yep.
If we add up all of the deaths in each of those 100 instances, which one do you think is going to have more deaths, the pew pew one or the baseball bat?
So I'll answer your question, and then I'd love to follow that up. But obviously, the pew pew one is going to have less deaths.
Less deaths?
Yeah, absolutely.
How's that? It's
Well,
only
because
gonna
if
usually the altercation only ends when someone's dead if both people have pew pews, right?
so if the number we're going with is 100, you know, if let's say we compare that number of 200 some thousand compared to how many arms assaults there were, or pew pew assaults there were in that time frame, we're probably looking at a 1 to 10 scale. So out of this 100 incidences that we're talking about, only 10 of them were firearms assaults. The other 90 would have been self-defense uses. So had those 90 self-defense uses didn't have arms to defend themselves and equalize the fight, maybe these intruders would have been able
What
to
I'm
overpower
saying
them and
is
harm
that
a lot more victims.
ultimately it's yielding more death. Pew pews ultimately yield more death. In the
I know
incidents
you're
where
saying that.
in the
I
incidents
just
where there's a baseball bat and a knife, there are incidents where the altercation can end and neither party is dead. And in 100% of the incidents on the other side, maybe not 100, but the majority
yeah,
of them
not
probably
100.
will end in
Definitely not 100.
unaliving.
You should look into that because it's definitely not all 100 of them would
I mean, I don't have
result
to, it's nothing to
in
look
death.
into. That's a hypothetical.
No, it's so look at the study that I referenced to you. They broke a lot of this
There
information
is
down. You
nothing.
should
I'm
definitely
reading the
look
AI
into it.
overview, and it says
You're
it's
reading okay,
controversial.
scroll below the AI overview. Let's
Yeah,
go past the AI overview.
yeah. You don't even know what to look for.
No, I can tell you what it's called. Right there, the second one. What's that say?
Rutgers
No, the
Studies
Heritage Foundation. What is the Heritage Foundation?
Heritage Foundation is a far right group.
Okay, then don't pick that one.
They
Go
are
with
the heads of Project 2025, dude. A defensive firearm is less common than exposure to gun violence. Rutgers study highlights that less than 1% of people with firearm access engage in defensive use in any given year.
And where are they conducting this study out of?
92% indicated they've never used their weapons to defend themselves, with less than 1% saying they did in the previous year. A new study by the New Jersey Gun Violence Research Center, Rutgers.
Okay, so 92% of who? Would they interview 100 people?
Sample of 8,009 adults.
Yeah, that's not the right sample, and that's in, where was it? New Jersey?
How big do you usually see sample sizes, bro?
I mean, the other sample size was a bit larger than that. It was the most extensive firearm study ever done. It was done in multiple states, multiple cities. It was extremely extensive.
All right, you're gonna have to just tell me what it is, dude. I can't keep fishing for you to find something that
I
proves
was
your
gonna say
point.
go back and we could try to look for it. I've posted a bit about it, but I couldn't tell you which post of mine it was. It's been a while.
VPC
But
says it's rare. Study finds.
well, click on the far right one. Let's at least see what source they try to provide. No. That Rutgers or the Heritage Foundation. Yep.
Gun uses show that armed citizens make communities safer. As heal real from historic violent crime spikes. Many gun control activists reflexively turn the same bumper sticker slogan policies, solutions that fail to address the real problems. Last week, some Hartford, Connecticut residents made headlines for taking a different approach.
Yeah, that's not the right.
Right.
I mean, if you really want me to find the study that I'm referencing, I'm gonna have to pause myself. No, I mean, I got my computer with me. Let me get my computer out. Hold on.
It says almost every major study has found that Americans use firearms in self-defense between 500,000 and 3 million times annually. I'm going to click the number that they use.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh,
That's more like the number.
Jocular
That's right.
Jurist super chatted $5. Do you believe the Second Amendment is a fundamental right? Do you know the judicial standard for laws restricting fundamental rights?
I believe that having the right to bear arms is not necessarily does that mean we have the right to wield bazookas, machine guns, assault
Well,
rifles.
that's a crazy statement. That's one thing I want to get into with you, but if you'd rather finish this first before we break that down, I'm happy to do so. Why do you believe that?
What do you mean, why do I believe that? I can't have a nuke. Do you trust the general population to have a nuke?
No, I do not trust the general population to have a nuke.
Why are you a communist against my Second Amendment rights?
What do you mean?
Those are my nukes, bro.
No. I'm asking you what I mean. Why? What do you mean I'm communist about your Second Amendment right?
I'm cosplaying as MAGA, dude. You don't
No,
believe
you're
my
not cosplaying as MAGA.
you don't
That's not.
believe my right to
You
bear
didn't.
arms, dude. That's my
Well,
right
hold
to
on. You
bear
didn't talk.
arms.
No. Hold on. Let's be very clear. You didn't talk about a nuke in your first example. Your first example was a bazooka, and I
Okay.
simply asked you. I didn't say anything. I didn't give you my opinion about that thought, other than saying that maybe that's a crazy statement. I asked you where you got that belief. That what is the limit to arms? What is your definition of arms? Since you're clearly
Uh,
not using the definition of arms.
arms could mean anything, right? It could mean like a bazooka is an
Oh,
arm, right? Is a bazooka an arm?
interesting. Okay. So then why would you say that arms does not include bazookas?
That's what you're saying. I want my bazookas, and you're saying no.
I never said no to your bazookas.
So should we be able to have bazookas?
Unfortunately, yeah. We kind of need it.
What? For what?
What do you mean for what?
What for,
Wait,
bud?
well, let's break down the first context to that. First and foremost, the Supreme Court openly disagrees with you. You should look into that.
Okay.
First of all, arms is not limited to small arms or firearms.
I didn't say that.
Arms is a broad term for a reason. So let's
Yes,
look
I
at
know.
the first
I know.
context
I
as to
know.
why the Second Amendment was written. There
Yeah.
was another country that invaded this country.
Okay. Okay. And guess what? They didn't have semi-automatic, high caliber, high velocity, high capacity long rifles.
They wish
didn't
they
have
did.
those. Huh?
They wish they did.
Yeah, but they absolutely didn't, and they didn't have the problems that we have today.
They
The
absolutely
jocular
did.
jurist super chatted $5. Your answer is non-responsive. My question was, do you believe the Second Amendment is a fundamental right, and do you know the judicial standard?
Which, I mean, that's a great question.
I could say yes, that the Second Amendment is a fundamental right, but the interpretation to what that entails is different, right?
It's not.
Just like we can't have bazookas, we can't have nukes. Those are all arms. There's a reason we can't have those. It's because it would be really dangerous to society.
Well, okay, so that's the first part of his question. The second part of his question involved, do you know the judicial stance on how essentially the test on how to determine whether a restriction is going to be constitutional or not?
Go ahead and tell me. No.
Well, you should look into that. You should read.
You said it's a fundamental right.
Yes, it is a fundamental right, absolutely,
Yeah.
and you should definitely read
So, like,
into how to
if my
determine whether or not a
that
law
would
is
be
constitutional.
that would be
or not.
relevant if my stance were to be outright to disarm you. But that's not what my stance is.
Well, obviously it is, right? So let's say I have a bazooka, and I'm keeping and bearing a bazooka. Would you think I need to be disarmed for that?
Yes. You don't need a
Okay,
bazooka.
so then you just disarmed me of my arms against the Second Amendment, which says
That's
I have the
already
right
a thing,
to keep
right?
and bear
Can
arms.
an everyday civilian
hold
have
on,
a bazooka?
So where are you getting that information that bazookas are not protected in the Second Amendment? Where are
I
you
know
getting
for
that
sure that I
information?
can't have a bazooka.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You just said you don't know the standard judicial test in order to determine whether or not a restriction is constitutional or not,
Gemini
you
Rising
should
super
look into
chatted
that.
$9.99. Me more needs a bazooka to defend against those kids on her lawn. What could possibly go wrong?
Right?
Yeah, so there's one example, Meemaw against kids on her lawn, but you can't come up with any other examples of when a bazooka might be necessary?
Can you tell me an example when a bazooka is necessary?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's say, you know, the redcoats were stomping in, your town's a little smaller, and you just so happen to have a bazooka. Would you agree that might have been necessary?
Yeah, okay. Sure, you would have got one round off, and then the military would come and fuck you up. And in the
But hold on,
meantime,
no.
there's going to
We
be a
already
whole
won that
hold on.
war.
But
We
there's a
already
whole
won that
but there's
war.
going to be a whole population of people with
The
bazooka
jocular
rounds.
jurist super chatted $10. It would have to pass strict scrutiny. Meaning any law restricting it must fulfill a compelling state interest and be narrowly tailored to achieve it in the least restrictive means possible.
Okay. There would be a group of people in society who
entirely,
have these arms that would cause harm to themselves or others around them. Right? There would also be a population of those people.
No.
What do you mean no?
So,
what do you live in a vacuum?
Let me break it out. Let me tell you what I mean. What I mean is, regardless of the type of weapons that we have, there is going to be a group of people that want to do harm, okay? The Second Amendment is not about a type of weapon. What the Second Amendment is it says we as civilians have the right to equalize any fight that may step in front of us. In order to equalize any fight, we must have unrestricted.
That's not the case. That's not the case, though, right? Because we don't have unrestricted access to all arms, do we?
Says who?
Says me. Are any civilians chilling with an F-35?
So let me. Do you think it can be restricted?
Yes, it
Okay,
absolutely
why do
is
you think that?
restricted.
Why do you think that?
That you can't have an F-35?
Yes, why do you think that?
Because we can't.
That's not an answer as to why you think we can't.
Perception. So it's in if you look at the DC v. Heller case, in which Antonin Scalia misinterpreted what the Second Amendment actually says, in that opinion that he gave, which was the majority opinion of the Supreme Court, he says that the Second Amendment is not an unlimited right, to meaning that you cannot own whatever weapon you want for whatever reason you believe you need it for.
Okay.
So it's not an unlimited right.
So let me ask you something, because obviously you've read into the Heller case from 2008. Which other Supreme Court cases have you read into involving the Second Amendment?
You want to go Crookshanks, Bruin,
Well, which one have you read into? Which one directly contradicts not only Heller, but also Miller?
He's going to say Bruin, but it's not Bruin. Bruin doesn't do that. You're going to say Bruin, right?
Well, you tell me. It's your question. Which one is the active standard for the Second Amendment in today's time?
Heller.
No.
What you're talking about is Bruin, and you're going to go under it may not be.
You just said Heller, first of all. So let's go over the fact that we're already struggling here. But yes, I am referencing Bruin. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know what you are. We're not struggling here. You're referencing Bruin because you're under the belief that on Bruins, when it says that it had to be there has to be historical evidence of it. Correct?
That's not the only piece of the test in order to determine constitutionality of a given law against the Second Amendment. And then we can look beyond that and look at what federal judges and federal courts have determined in
Thank you, Piper.
Secession to Bruin.
Such as
the fact that machine gun bans have been overturned due to the testing determined needs to be the case for laws against the Second Amendment in Bruin.
Cool. Can you go out and get a machine gun right now?
Did you not just hear what I said?
All right. No, I'm asking. Can you go out right now and get a machine gun?
Okay, so you're asking, and I'm telling you that multiple federal judges have now ruled that it is an infringement of the Second Amendment to state that machine guns are a banned weapon or a banned arm.
Full story.
The Second Amendment does not say you have the right to semi-automatic arms.
Full story. Can you go
It
out
says
and buy a
arms.
machine gun right now?
Can you keep and bear arms?
I'm asking you. Can you go
And
out
I just asked you, and that answers your question. Yes, you can keep and bear arms. So yes, you can keep and bear a machine gun.
Can you go out right now? Leave your house right now and go buy a machine gun.
I've answered the question multiple
Oh, you
times.
have it?
You've answered it with another question. That's not answering.
I just answered it with a statement.
It's a yes or no.
Yes.
So do it. Prove me wrong.
So the manufacturing of machine guns,
Time out, hold on, real quick.
The
You just made
manufacturing-
this whole ordeal to get to this big point to ask me this question.
the
Just to
manufacturing,
end it on prove it.
the
That was
manu-
the biggest waste of time we could have had.
the manufacturing of machine guns for civilian sale has been banned since 1986.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. If the Supreme Court has made a ruling to determine how you're supposed to test a Second Amendment law, and then federal judges have then determined that a law stating that machine guns are a restricted arm, if that has been overruled, and I'm able to find some random dude who says, I have a fully automatic weapon, I want to sell this to you. If I buy it,
You need
no
a
one can
license for that.
restrict me. It
You
would be an
absolutely can.
infringement of
No,
it would
transferring
be
a
an
machine gun
infringement
requires
of the Second
ATF
Amendment
requires
based on
approval
the test
from the
of Bruin.
ATF. Actually, it
Okay.
requires it requires approval from the ATF, background checks, and payment of $200 transfer tax.
So it requires approval from the ATF, which does not fit the Bruin test. The law restricting assault weapons and machine guns does not.
So there are laws in place, but you just don't believe in them.
Pretty much.
No, there are laws in place that are written by the Supreme Court to
The
be
Supreme Court doesn't
infringements
write
of the
law.
Second Amendment.
The Supreme Court doesn't write law.
I never said the Supreme Court writes law.
You literally just said this.
Okay,
there are
let me
laws that
repeat
have
it.
been-
Let me
you-
repeat it.
you
Let's not
literally
even do
said-
this. Let me repeat it.
You said that.
Let me just repeat
there
it, and then you
are
tell me
laws
what
that
I
have
said.
been written- You said there are laws that have been written by the Supreme Court.
That's not what I said.
Not write laws.
That's not what I said. Let's just skip this BS and let me just
Not
re-say
that,
it.
You did, but
Okay.
further, can you please tell me which federal judge has said that machine gun bans are unconstitutional?
Dude, you're gonna have to look it up, man.
No.
It was recent, 2024 and 2025.
So which? Tell me.
I can't tell you the names off the top of my head. Let me get my computer back out for you since you want me to do it for you.
I mean,
Which
you
is
made
crazy. You came in here talking all this big talk about your understanding of the Second Amendment, but you haven't even read all these cases.
What are the 27 words of the Second Amendment?
Oh, and here we go with this BS, huh?
What is it?
I'm getting you the name of that case.
It's a neat deflection.
I bet it is, buddy. That's another irrelevant point you're gonna try to make. We're gonna go through this whole spiel just for me to tell you the 27 words. You're gonna be like, oh, you Googled it. Okay, great. So what's the point of what you're getting at? You're the one who hasn't researched beyond what the 27 words are. Good for you
You're
that you
barking
know the
up the
27
wrong
words
tree,
and you
dude.
can recite them.
You don't know who you're barking up the wrong tree, bro.
I'm not. I do know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, do you know who Brett Cross is?
I do. I've tried to have some conversations with him on his live, but he never had the respect to not mute me like you've done. At least me and you could have a conversation about this.
Oh, we can have a conversation right here, bud.
Well, I mean, that's what we started off doing, but that's never what's happened in the past, you know? That's
Yeah,
never been what's happened in the past.
How do you figure?
What's up, bub?
What up, Pickles?
Not much. Just being awesome as fuck, as usual.
Always, man. You think if it was that simple for him, that he would have been able to find it by now?
I mean, it's that simple for everybody. You're the one who needs me to do your research for you.
You're the one who brought the claim, which means that you have to provide the evidence.
No, it's not. And you know what's funny? I have a video of Brett Cross saying the opposite to somebody. He said, no, I gave you the claim. Go find the information yourself. It's freaking hilarious, isn't it?
Do you have that?
I do.
Cool. Do you have
Well,
the?
no. Hold on. Let me clarify. I at least did have it. I don't know if I still do.
Oh, there you just like you have the information of these judges ruling that the machine gun ban was unconstitutional, right?
I mean, you can find it
I'm
fairly
still
easily.
I'm still waiting on you two, my guy.
I know you're not doing anything to find it.
No, I'm not. I'm sitting here smoking a cigarette right now. So yeah, no, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not going to do your work for you. You made the claim.
It's not my work. I've done my work. I've looked up the information. I've
Cool.
fact checked myself
fucking
on
tell
it.
me. Then tell
I
me.
fact checked myself on it. You're the one who's making claims when you haven't fact checked yourself.
I didn't make a claim. You made the claim.
You did make a claim.
What
You
claim?
made a claim of which Supreme Court ruling I was referencing and what you
Is that a
claimed it
claim or is that
actually
a question? A claim would be these federal judges have said that it is unconstitutional. That would be a claim. Me asking which ones is not a claim. That is a question.
I mean, it's easy to look into information. I'm gonna get you a name.
Right, and if it was that easy, you would have already provided it for me.
No, it's been a long time since I've looked into this information. You clearly are sitting here talking about this information day in and day out.
Yeah, which is why
And you
I
still
know.
don't know it.
Okay. So he skirted on the 27 words. He skirted on giving us the information that he claimed was there.
I'm giving you the information. Nobody skirted on it.
Pickles, do you happen to have the Jeopardy theme song?
Was it Justin Bryce Brown?
Justin Bryce Brown what?
Justin Bryce Brown. That's the name of the defendant.
JBB.
He is charged with possessing a machine gun, which violates 18 USC 922 and 924.
Is that an ongoing case?
No, I don't believe so.
So then
No.
what's the answer? Give me the court ruling.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to it. Because this, I don't even know what this is that I found it on. This is some random site. So they just showed it how they decided to show it. The government's arguments argued that machine guns are dangerous and unusual and thus can be banned. The court's analysis, no historical analogs supporting banning the possession of machine guns in one's home, especially when not used offensively or in public. The government failed to demonstrate that machine guns are unusual, given there are reportedly 740,000 in the U.S., suggesting they are not uncommon. Decision: the court dismissed the case against Brown, finding the government did not meet its burden under the new Bruin test to show machine gun possession is outside Second Amendment protections for non-felons in their homes. So this even went into felony issues.
Right.
The judicial reflection, the judge expresses skepticism about the historical analysis method mandated by Bruin.
Cool story.
Highlighting the confusion it has caused in lower courts and the potential for judicial overreach and historical interpretation, which is not true at all. That's exactly what the Miller case did. And then the Heller case hardly followed suit of that. Whereas the Bruin case completely shifted this to a reasonable and historical application.
Cool story.
Against
So what happened with the case?
the conclusion. The motion is dismissed. The motion to dismiss is granted, but this does not preclude the government from enforcing the statute in other cases where they can meet the new legal standard. Exactly.
So you just said that they dismissed it, right?
Yep.
The case was dismissed, right? Now, where does it say that they cannot? Where does it overturn it to say that machine guns are just illegal and you can go out and buy them no problem?
See, now here's the great thing. Thank you for the question, Brett, because there was multiple occasions I tried to join your live to end up at this question. Unfortunately for you, the Bruin case and the Bruin test has declared the burden of proof on when it is acceptable to ban machine guns is on you.
Cool. So why isn't the 1986 ban overturned?
Hold on. Let's reread this for you, buddy. You must have missed this part.
No, I didn't miss anything.
Hold on,
why
hold on.
isn't
Just,
the
Brett.
1986 ban overturned?
Brett,
it's a
give
simple
me
question.
just 1 second. I'll answer that question. I'd be happy to. Give me just 1 second. In other cases where they can meet the new legal standard.
Cool. Where?
So what
Why?
you must do
No.
is
What
use.
you must do.
Listen
is
to me.
Tell me.
Listen to me.
Why is the 1986 ban still enforced?
I'm about to. I'm about to.
Okay, give me
So-
that court case.
This.
That was what you made. You said that
Yeah.
was unconstitutional. So tell me where the 1986 ban is unconstitutional and why is it still in effect?
It's unconstitutional.
So why is it still in effect?
Listen to me. It's
Why is it still in effect?
That's a good question because people like you continue to spread misinformation when you don't know what you're talking about. That's why it's still in effect. It has enough support through the misinformation that you spread. This is why it's still in effect. So what I'm going to go back to is...
Sorry, so you don't have an answer. Cool. Hey, I'll be right back. I got to answer NBC.
Okay,
Give me a
go
second.
answer NBC. And, I'll just leave this question out there. Whether or not he hears it, that's up to him. I don't care.
I mean, he's
Until it can be shown that an assault weapon or a machine gun is unusual and dangerous, quote unquote, which already is questionable, while the restriction is consistent with history, which I'm about to give you some history that contradicts a lot of what you said earlier.
You
and
think
shows,
it's going to be hard to show
Hold on,
that a
hold on,
machine
listen to me.
gun
listen to me
is
real quick.
dangerous?
No, just listen to me real quick.
Hold on, no,
It's not about if I think
perception.
it's going to be hard or
Perception.
easy. Here's
on,
the issue.
Hold on, I have a question.
Until
No.
you show that they are unusual and dangerous, it is unconstitutional.
I have a question for you. What is the highest casualty producing weapon in the United States military?
I couldn't tell you.
An M249 SAW. Do you know what that is?
Yeah,
What is it?
it's a shotgun or a
No. An
is it a-
M24. No. An
is it a heavy
M24
machine gun?
It's
Assault?
light-
It's a machine
it's a light
gun.
machine gun.
Light machine gun. Okay, great. Okay, what's your
So
point?
It's a belt-fed, fully automatic machine gun, right?
100%.
That would mean that it is fucking dangerous, right? If it is the highest casualty producing thing that we have in the entire United States military. Now, mind you, casualty does not mean unalived, right? The highest
100%.
unalived one would be the 240, which is a step up, which would be a heavy machine gun, and that's classified based off the
Okay,
ammunition.
but get to the point though.
So what I'm saying is that it is not. No, there is no machine gun that is not dangerous. The purpose of a machine gun is to produce as many casualties as humanly possible as quickly as possible.
Okay, so let me flip the table on you. So what you did was you tried to say, machine guns have the highest casualty rates, or this machine gun, this SAW has the highest casualty rates, so it is dangerous. Here's the flip side. Imagine you're alone, you've got 150 people coming at you
Why the
with
fuck are you in
Humvees
a
and arms.
situation where you
Hold
have
on.
150 people coming after you? Like what?
Hold
type
on.
of
So,
situ-
hold
what
on.
type
Let me
of-
ask
You're
you
in
a
a
question.
jungle
Let
with
me ask you a
150
question.
ninjas.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
This is the 100 men versus a gorilla argument. This is
Oh, okay. Is
non-
it? I bet it is. So it wouldn't do any harm for me to ask you this question then.
It's nonsensical.
So what is your point to try to say that this SAW has the most casualties?
Because it is dangerous.
Okay, because it's dangerous. What do
It
you
is
mean
moving.
by this? Like, what is your point? I don't understand. Because what I hope you're not about to do is follow this up with some random scenario, right?
I'm not following it. Like, what is the purpose of you owning a machine gun?
Okay, here. How about this?
Other than apparently you want to slap it inside the fucking the feeding chamber.
Well,
Like,
listen
Jesus
to me.
Christ,
I'll
dude.
answer your question. Let's just skip all that BS. Let's stop with that. Let's just answer the questions and ask them. Let's just move on. So you're asking me what's the point of a machine gun, and what you're saying is these saws are extremely dangerous. Well, guess what? The point of the machine gun is to be able to defend yourself from crazy danger, and these saws are really good at doing that. Isn't that a great thing?
It's specifically for war.
And if war is brought to your front door,
okay,
you should be prepared to
you
be able to stand on your business.
Do you know the purpose of a weapon squad? Like what is the purpose of a weapon squad?
Are you just gonna ask random irrelevant questions?
No, these are not irrelevant questions because
then hold on. Then when are you gonna not move on to the next one?
You want to go down the route of military grade weapons, right? So we're going to go down the route of military, right? So the purpose of a weapon. The purpose.
I don't want to do. Hold on. First of all, I don't want to go down that route. You're the one who brought it up. I'm asking you to get to the point of why you brought it up.
It is relevant. If we're talking about machine guns, we have to talk about the purpose of them, right? The purpose of them is to take out as many people or to suppress fire. Which there is not a single point in anyone's lives stateside where they're going to be in an area where they have to suppress fire from an enemy unit. It is dumb. Your argument is absolutely stupid.
Now hold on now.
Stop. It proves the fact that really the only thing that you do is you have a hard on for these fucking things. And it's wild.
So what you did there is a common thing that I see a lot of people do in this country, okay? And it's a blessed thing, but it's so unfortunate when we're having conversations like this. You are so spoiled in your freedom and in your life right now that your hypothetical situation, which you just tried to dog me for bringing up a hypothetical, your hypothetical was that nobody ever stateside will ever have to will have the need for a machine gun. That is a hypothetical situation.
We already have a military.
You have no facts to back yourself up on.
But we already have a military.
Hold on.
When's the last time that?
Hold on. The people in Ukraine, right?
Okay.
Are they armed right now?
Yes, they're armed right now. Yes, and they're still getting bombed.
Are they? Holy crap.
Yeah.
Are we in Ukraine?
They're armed right now. So you're...
Yeah.
Why do I got to keep getting muted, man? We can't have a conversation like that.
Are we facing an active invasion from a foreign military or foreign nation?
Oh, so you think the Second Amendment only applies when we're facing an active threat from another nation? That's your stance. That's a really weird stance to have.
You're making the equivalency to Ukraine, and Ukraine is being actively invaded by.
I did not make an equivalency to Ukraine. Let's be very clear. Hold on. Let's be very clear. Your statement was that nobody stateside will ever have the need for a machine gun. So the only comparison I was making was that I bet you people in Ukraine felt that way 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. They felt real free. They didn't have a need for machine guns.
If they truly believed that, then there would have been no need for the Budapest Memorandum back in 1994.
What are you talking about? You're just going to completely move on from what I just said?
Hi,
not
Jeff.
moving on.
By the way, Tic Tac told me to bring you up. What's up, Jeff?
Hey. I just wanted to make sure that I heard this right. What's your name? Perceptive. Are you saying that the reason that the Supreme Court hasn't struck down the 1986 rule is because of Brett Cross?
No.
Can you just restate what you meant by that? Because that's what I heard.
It's due to misinformation.
So the Supreme Court hasn't struck down a law because they received misinformation?
No. So here's the deal, right? So the Supreme Court made a ruling, okay?
Yes,
so
yes.
I'm gonna way stupefy this ruling. The ruling was, if there is a law that has any regard to restricting the Second Amendment, it must undergo this test, okay?
Test. Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so the national assault weapons ban has not undergone that test, and as a matter of fact, it has, and it has failed.
The assault weapons ban is no longer in place.
Well,
whatever it is you want to reference.
You're talking about the 1986 law.
Which law specifically is that reference?
The one you guys were talking about, the machine gun ban.
Well, yeah, he referenced it. Okay, the machine gun ban.
Okay, you said that one went through the test and it failed.
Well, I mean, you could say that one just recently went through the test and it failed.
Where?
in the federal court. We were
Okay.
just trying to find that information.
Cool.
In the case that got dismissed?
Yeah.
Was that case about the 1986 ban?
It was about, yeah, that's when he brought it up. It was about machine guns, whether or not it is constitutionally protected within arms.
That wasn't my question. Was it about that specific law?
Yeah, that's what Brett Cross brought the law up from.
He brought it up after, but I'm asking if that case that you were talking about.
Oh, I have no clue. It was about Section 18 of something.
Section 18 of something. Okay. What is the test?
Dude.
Danger. Okay, fine. Since you're gonna be triggered and a snowflake and all this,
I'm not
Dangerous.
being triggered or a snowflake. I'm not doing your research for you.
It's very simple. You could have just.
If you don't know, that's you.
I don't know
your
why
problem.
you're talking right now while I'm talking. You didn't want to say. I just wanted to make conversation. You want to be an asshole. I could be an asshole too. You're supposed to say dangerous and unusual. What is the legal test for unusual?
A good question. Break it down.
Wait, we were qualified a second ago. What is the legal test for unusual? Because before you said there's something 100,000 machine. That's not the legal test.
What do you mean?
You said it's not unusual because there are several 100,000 of them in the United States.
Yeah.
That's not the legal test for unusual.
What is the legal test for unusual?
It's 3 questions.
Yep.
The first one is the weapon in common use among law-abiding citizens for lawful purposes?
So let me just stop you there. That's where the number comes into play.
Yeah, that's not common use. There's 350 or 60 million of us.
No. Hold on. Time out. Just because you declare it's not common for this number versus this number.
Hold on.
Nobody asked you to declare what you determine as common.
What do you call common?
If there is more than 50,000, I believe is what they said in the case.
Okay, so you think more than 50,000 is common?
Sure, we can make that argument on your behalf, sure.
Okay, and I'm saying there are 360 million people in the country.
Wonderful.
50,000 is common. Okay, cool. The second question is a historical analog check. Do you know what that is?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And the third one is the weapon military grade.
Sure.
Okay. There isn't really a numerical threshold, I wouldn't say.
There's not a what? Say again?
There's not a numerical threshold to the
Okay.
test, right? I'm going to disagree that 50,000 means common in a country with over 350 million people.
Well,
You
good
seem
for
to
you.
think no, hold on. You seem to think that is common, right?
No, I said the Supreme Court. That's what they
No.
declared.
But do you agree with every Supreme Court decision?
I never said I did.
Okay, I'm not talking about
simply
this.
said that's what the
hold on.
Supreme Court
Time
declared.
out. I'm not talking about the Supreme Court. I'm
What?
talking about you.
What? Who gives a fuck what I have to say? What are you talking about?
Great. So then show me where the Supreme Court dropped the 1986 law.
How on earth did you just teleport back to that?
Is it still in effect or no? Am I tripping?
So, dude, if it's still in effect, that in and of itself doesn't mean anything. There are laws in California that are still in effect that directly contradict the Bruin case. The Supreme Court has ruled, and these states directly contradict what the Supreme Court has ruled.
How can you establish that without the Supreme Court examining those laws?
Dude, when you have to read what has been determined by the Supreme Court, which you clearly haven't done.
I have.
to start there.
We just went over it, and I gave you my opinion.
No. We didn't go over it.
Stop talking. Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me.
Okay.
Listen. We just went over it. I asked you for your opinion. You said your opinion doesn't matter. The Supreme Court's opinion does. So now you're telling me this law contradicts the
I
Supreme
didn't say
Court.
my opinion doesn't matter.
Yes,
That's just not what we're talking about. We're not talking
Pickles.
about my opinion.
Pickles, am
My
I
opinion was
tripping?
never relevant to the conversation.
No. You're making
All right,
sense.
cool. All right, cool.
So for you to just just turn
Hold
the
on.
conversation towards my opinion, what is the point
No,
in that?
I was asking whether you thought it was common.
Hey guys, we gotta pay to kick.
Who did it?
I forget. I sent you a text, but you have your
It was probably Brett.
alerts off.
Sorry.
I can assure you it wasn't Brett. I'm sitting right by him right
No,
now.
I'm just talking
I've got
shit.
I've got a $5 and a $5.
No, you had something pop up on the screen just now. If you gotta kick me, bro. It's whatever.
Shane?
Oh, where'd they go?
But before I get kicked, let me ask you, Jeff, how many Supreme Court rulings involving the Second Amendment have you read?
A few.
A few?
Mhm.
You should read the rest.
Okay.
That's my first step
Listen,
of advice.
hold on. Listen. If there is a Supreme Court ruling, any Supreme Court ruling, and it overturns a law, and you disagree with how it overturns or how that is being executed, your remedy is to go to the Supreme Court with that law.
100%.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Has
the
that
beautiful thing?
Has that happened?
Yes, that's happened. That's why the federal courts have then used the Bruin test to overturn machine gun bans, first and foremost. Second of all, here's the next best thing. This is what you guys are going to love so much. I'm pretty sure on day 3 of Trump's second presidency, he signed the executive order to investigate Second Amendment infringes like such.
Fascinating. Really
Wham,
quickly,
bam, thank you, ma'am.
Pickles, I sent you a source on the case that Perceptive thinks that he knows, but he doesn't want to talk about the fact that it's one judge that finds that it is unconstitutional. His name is Reeves.
Okay,
In Mississippi.
no. So here's the issue with that already. There's already an issue with what you're trying to say.
Okay, great. Please educate me on what I just give the source.
Yeah,
to
I
Pickles.
don't care how many judges use the test. So it's like this, right? The test
It's not a
is kind
test. That's not what was spoken on.
the Bruin test.
It mentioned what you keep referencing as the Supreme Court has ruled it's unconstitutional is incorrect. You were speaking about a judge in Mississippi that talks about the contradictions.
No. Hold on. Here's what you're missing here.
Okay, so please tell me how I didn't understand the cases I just read.
I'm trying to. The Supreme Court has ruled that if there is going to be a law on the Second Amendment, it must undergo this test. If there is no way that a machine gun law restriction on the Second Amendment can survive that test, then the Supreme Court has clearly ruled against machine gun bans. Read the entire freaking case. They break it down with hours worth of reading.
No, you're lying. I literally sent the source to Pickles. You are misrepresenting what is being spoken on. One judge in Mississippi, not a Supreme Court official, a judge said that that is unconstitutional, a machine gun ban.
No,
not the Supreme Court.
Judge himself did not declare that.
Pickles, are you
Yes,
okay
he
if I turn
did.
my camera
No,
on?
so do you know what he did to declare it?
I can read, yes.
He used the Bruin test.
Right, check it out.
He didn't make a decision on it. He just followed the fucking test, y'all.
Perceptive, hold on a second. This is right off of house.gov, right? This is 18 USC 922. You said this is gone, but it's still here. Oh, except as provided in paragraph 2, it shall be unlawful for any person to transfer or possess. What funny word is that? I don't know what word this is.
Say
Can you
again?
read that word?
Say again.
All right. It says, except this.
Hold on, I can't see where you're reading. You're reading one or A1?
01.
01? Okay. All right, go ahead.
It says, except as provided in paragraph 2, it shall be unlawful for any person to transfer or possess a, what is this funny word here?
Yeah, a machine gun.
Okay. This has not been overturned. So
Okay,
I'm
so
going to ask the question. Hold on, before you say anything.
okay.
I feel like I have to re-render the question.
Well, hold on, but can you keep that up though while you do, if you don't mind?
Sure. I can absolutely keep it up.
Okay.
All right. So now, why hasn't this law been dropped, overturned, gotten rid of?
That is such a good question, man.
That's the question I've asked. This is the 4th time I'm asking it. I love it.
Yeah, that's such a good question.
Mm-hmm.
It directly contradicts the Bruin case, the Supreme Court.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it directly contradicts the test declared as the test that needs to be done on these laws.
Hold on. Based on what?
Based on the Bruin test, the ruling of the Supreme Court.
The Bruin test just says dangerous and unusual. That test happens in
It
court.
doesn't just say dangerous and unusual. First of all, there is an entire test. There's a 2-step process to it.
That's fine. Where does this undergo that test?
So let's simplify it, right? Because you can't. There's so much to Bruin you got to read. So if you go back,
Let's just answer my direct question.
I'm about to answer it.
The direct question is, where does it undergo that test?
It doesn't.
What? Wait, are you saying that there is a test that it cannot undergo?
I never said it cannot undergo that test.
Where does it go? Where does that test get administered?
All right. He was just paid to kick. Shout out to Brandon, for fuck's sake. He's an idiot. Lori, thank you for the 5. Brian and Piper, thank you as well. Brian said this dude, the same type of person that will say Trump isn't a fascist yet, or Alligator Alcatraz isn't a concentration camp yet. Piper says the judicial standard for what arms are protected under the Second Amendment, as established by the Supreme Court, is whether the weapon is typically possessed by law-abiding citizens for lawful purposes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Jeff and Artemis and Izzy, thank you guys so much for coming up.
Absolutely. Yep. It was just your drop the source. That's all I was, because he was misrepresenting that so much. But good to see you, Jeff, and nice to see you.
Likewise.
Pickles, you have a great night.
You too.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Chat, tap the screen. If you enjoy debates, give me a follow. We do these all the time. If you're friendly, get out of the box. If you're a MAGA, hop in the box. Guys, also, don't forget to follow me on YouTube. We might be losing this app soon. Follow me on YouTube, y'all. It's in my bio and my link tree. Give me a sec while we get the next person in here. Hello.
Mistake, I'm sorry. Hello. My mistake, sorry. Mistake, I'm sorry.
Yeah, guys, we might lose this app to the sale of TikTok going to Oracle and them having like a separate version, yada, 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 yada. Long story short, follow me on YouTube, y'all. Follow me on YouTube. Give me a thumbs up on YouTube if you're watching. Give me a follow if you're watching over there. Send me love. Become a member. All the stuff. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
What do you like about Trump?
I'm more than like the Democrats more than actually Trump. I mean,
You're
this the previous election is just if you're picking from Kamala and Trump, I think Trump's better than Kamala.
okay,
And
but
some
how
policies I do
so?
support about Trump, and then some I don't. So I'm not, you know, not 100% fully Trumpster. You know?
How was Trump better than Kamala? You sound a
I
little
think
muffled.
it's okay. How about now? Is it good?
Yeah.
Is it better? So I guess our economic. I think Trump is much better than Kamala, and for immigration as well. And then for a little bit of foreign policy as well, but like Trump's kind of messing up that right now with foreign policy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, do you think that we should be deporting people to prison for the rest of their lives with no due process?
Uh, I think if you're illegal here, you don't get protection by the U.S. laws, right?
No. The Fifth Amendment says all people on U.S. soil have get due process
Yes,
if they're
but don't the
subject to our
Constitution
laws.
only, but don't Constitution only apply to U.S. citizens?
Absolutely
It
not.
doesn't apply to foreign
No,
entities,
absolutely
no?
not.
Okay, I do agree we need to deport the illegal immigrants. I guess if you overstay your visa, what's the like you break the law? What's there to do due process?
It's definitely not prison for the rest of your life.
That I agree. I don't think you should be imprisoned in U.S. You should be sent back to the country where you're
Okay,
from.
that's what Trump is doing. That's what I don't agree with. That's why nobody's
But
coming through the border.
isn't he detaining them and then deporting them?
He is well. He very famously took I think is either one or two plane full of people, and against the Supreme Court's orders, took them to El Salvador. When they were told to turn their
Uh-huh.
plane around, they didn't do it. And 90% of these people we now know have no criminal record in either country. They didn't have any hearings. One person was very famously sent, Kim Abrego Garcia, even though
Yeah.
he had a protective order to not be sent to that country. They were sent directly to the prison, bro.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think overstaying your visa it's illegal? You just said you just said illegal record, right?
Yeah,
Isn't if you're overstaying that's part of the illegal you breaking the law, right? That automatically you become a criminal, right?
I guess. I mean, it's the same as like speeding, or getting a parking ticket. Like, I don't consider myself a criminal for doing that. Everybody
Yeah,
does that,
because
right?
those are ticket. It's not you're not breaking. It's a
Yeah,
different. I mean, in like
it's a
laws, there's
civil
different classes,
offense.
right?
What you're talking
Yeah,
about
it's
is
not
a
like.
civil offense. It's not a criminal offense.
But I think it doesn't overstaying a visa a criminal offense.
No. The only criminal offense I believe there is if you enter the country without inspection. Entry without
So you're saying
inspection,
that
8 USC 1325.
okay, what about just people like just walking past a southern border? Like there's a difference between you overstaying your student visa or your um visiting visa, like tourist visit, and just like walking across or by coming by boat, right? There's a difference, right? Because you're getting
Yeah.
inspected by the borders if you come in a visa, you're just
Yes,
overstaying the visa, right?
60% of the people that are here that are undocumented are visa overstays. So that's most of them. Most of these people
Yeah,
have been vetted
yeah.
to some degree. Yeah.
Well, they're not because I am an immigrant, right? I wasn't born in America, but I got naturalized and become a U.S. citizen, and I have a lot of experience with foreign people about like student visas, travel visas, and I know a lot of people that personally I know they get a tourist visa, they come to US and then they overstay and then they work and do all that, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
And
know why. I don't obsess over it. I don't really care that much. I don't want to spend hundreds of billions of dollars trying to sort through that. I think that's cost debilitating. I think that we could use that money on doing far better, more life-saving things or productive things than
Mhm.
hunting down people who overstayed their visas. I think that's silly.
I don't know because I came in U.S. the right way. Like I immigrated here. Why? It feels like unfair to me that people can just come here, do the illegal way, and then stay here. You know
So
what I'm
it just
saying?
hurts your feelings, is what you're saying?
No, it
There's
doesn't
no
really hurt my
actual
feeling.
bad like there's no actual bad
Okay, because
consequences.
when I started I said that I don't like the Democrats more. The reason why, because I don't know if you agree, but I feel like the Democrats' policy is just we don't really care about the illegals coming over and stuff.
No, we don't
Do you
obsess
think?
over it. We absolutely do. We're more effective at removing them.
Okay, what did Biden do
He did far more than
while
Trump.
Kamala was the vice president? Okay, what did he do?
Far
What did he
more.
do?
Far more than Trump.
Like
Like
what
this year, each month, Biden was at 57,000. Trump was at 30.
by deporting people?
Yes,
So you're basically saying deporting people is fine, but it's just the way that Trump's doing now. You don't
correct.
like it.
Yes.
If Joe Biden was doing this, then
Yeah, if he was out there
but you didn't. But
slandering
didn't you
them,
just say? But
like
didn't you just say?
viciously
Didn't you?
talking down upon that, like calling them savages, calling them vermin, calling them rapists, calling them criminals. Yes, it's
But
vastly different.
you do agree there are some of them are like really bad people, right?
Very few. Yeah, very, 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 very few.
Okay, but didn't you just say that you're against deportations? You want to spend this money more in other ways, and then I just asked you about did Joe Biden did anything? You said Joe Biden deported more people. Does
Mm-hmm.
that mean that he spends more
Yes.
money on this?
No, he is
I feel like
not.
you're conflating
No,
it.
Trump is literally given $75 billion to ICE this year. There are multiple branches of the government which ICE is now bigger than put together. Like, no, there's not. It's not even close. No.
So you're saying that Trump puts more money into this and have worse result than Biden?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, then what is Joe Biden doing and not what's the difference between what Joe Biden is
So
how he does it and how Trump
Trump
does it? Yeah.
convinced everybody the border was wide open, that Joe Biden didn't deport anybody, when the complete opposite is true. Biden deported plenty of people. And now that Trump's in office and he's convinced y'all that the border was wide open, and now that there's like 20 million people here, that he should be deporting people left and right. His deportation numbers should be insanely high. There should just be so many that you should be walking through the streets grabbing them. And no, it's not the case. He has to fucking
Wait.
raid birthday party. He has to fucking artificially reverse 500,000 people's legal protective status just to deport
Okay.
them too.
So what is Joe Biden doing that's more effective than what Trump is
Well,
doing
he's
now?
not using it to get elected. He's not fear mongering. He's not demonizing a minority group. He simply is just following the law. He was asking for more border agents when he was president. Trump called all of his buddies in Congress and told them to shoot it down. He said, if the bill doesn't pass, blame me. Trump. It was Trump who stopped it.
I know, but don't Biden can just do executive order and then do that? Isn't that's what Trump is doing right now?
No. Congress.
I mean, Joe Biden has the power to.
Congress holds the purse strings, bro.
I don't think so. Because
What do you mean you don't think so?
what Trump is doing right now? Okay, what Trump is doing right now? Did he pass through Congress?
Yes.
No, so it's all executive orders.
No, if it doesn't spend money, and there's also, he's using wartime law and invasion law to do a bunch of things. But no, he is doing a bunch of things that are very questionable. He did this during his first administration too. He took monies from the Department of Defense and took them from FEMA and used them to build 52 miles of wall. These are things that are very shady, questionable, abuse of power. No, but if you want to spend money, you have to go through Congress. That's how you do that. They hold the purse strings. Absolutely. Biden did the extent of what you can do with executive order was already questionable.
Okay, so what?
He said that if you're a asylum seeker, you have to come to a port of entry. You can't just cross the border, which is not the law. So you can change the way the law is enforced, questionably. That was sued immediately. I don't know what the outcome of that is.
Okay.
But That's all you can do. You can't be like, hey, I need $100 million. You can't do that.
Okay, can I ask you for your like position? What do you like? What do you think that U.S. should deal with, like the illegal border crossings and then the overseeing visas and all that? What do you think is the best way? Do you just keep it, just let them stay, or just try to get rid of them?
There's
What
got to
what do
be a
you?
math equation that shows like what the effective amount is to enforce this, because obviously there's a bunch of laws that aren't being enforced to 100%. People break laws all the time: jaywalking, speeding,
Yeah.
tax fraud.
Mm-hmm.
We have all of these things where we could see a positive outcome. I don't see where we can just say, oh, it's going to be worth hundreds of billions of dollars to hunt people down like Dog the Bounty Hunter if they're brown and deport them. I think
Okay,
mass
I
amnesty would
do
be
kind of
good.
agree with you.
Mass
What do you mean
amnesty,
amnesty? Like, do you
like forgive them
you
for
just
their
want them to?
crime. Yeah,
Yeah, but like don't you think that's like rewarding them for breaking the law?
I think it's just like if most of them, they don't break any other laws, so it's not. I don't think like Trump pardoning people for breaking the law and like attacking citizens. I feel like that would be rewarding somebody for breaking the law, but I don't think that these people are gonna go on like crime sprees because they got to come here
Yeah,
and they didn't break the
yeah.
law.
Most people come here to want to have a better life. I do agree.
Yeah.
Like I would say 90% of the people come to US just want to have better life for themselves and their families and stuff. Um, I do also agree. Like Trump is pretty much just playing this up as a propaganda stuff, as him doing something and doing his promise.
Yeah, it's political
Actually, I
theater.
like the day and day. I feel like I regretted my vote for Trump. I feel like his second presidency is like so much worse than his first one. Um, yeah, but I still the thing is, I feel like the Democrat Party is like we don't really we're not gonna do anything about this, about immigrations,
Of
and
course we are.
also in
We're
economic wise,
always
I
trying
also do
to.
not think
The economy
that
always does
the
better
Democrat
under
is the best choice.
Democrats. The economy always does better under Democrats. And if you look at the last 4 years, we had the best economy in the world. While Trump did campaign for over a year that we are living in a third world country, that inflation is out of control and it's all Joe Biden's fault. Nobody can actually point to me what Joe Biden did to cause inflation. He did an excellent job, in my opinion, with the infrastructure bill, with the PACT Act, with the Chips and Science Act, with all the other stuff that he did. Monumental legislation. The Inflation Reduction Act was a like a world record investment in climate change, green energy, alternative energy. I think
I
he did
mean,
fantastic stuff.
we both lived through the first Trump term, 4 years, and then the second, and then the Biden's 4 years term, right?
Yeah, during COVID,
Just
the
like
pandemic.
personal,
If you're just going off of vibes, yeah,
yeah,
the
but
pandemic
like
was bad.
no, but yeah, no, I'm not talking about pandemic, but during Trump's 4 years, the economic was really good, and then when then the COVID hits, and then
Yeah,
Biden came up, and then the economic go to shit. I know it's
yeah,
not
it's because
all
of
of Joe Biden's fault
it's
because of
because of the
COVID.
pandemic. Like for you to
Yeah, yeah, I
like
know.
this is called correlation causation. I also had this sweet
Yeah,
purple
yeah.
car. I had a purple Challenger back then, and now that I don't have it, the economy sucks again. Does that mean the purple
No,
Challenger
I
was
do
the
agree.
reason?
And I do agree that not the whole fault is Joe Biden. It's a lot of to do with COVID,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. I
But
think Joe Biden did fantastic.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just consume too many like right wing medias is keep giving me brainwashing me about like the Democrats like communists and all that. I mean, even the New York the candidate for Democrat that just I feel like the Democrat is going towards a path that I don't want to see. They're going. It feels like for me they're going to
There's
like a
plenty of
communist
there's
type of
plenty of
stuff. You
countries
know.
on Earth that have free buses, free public transportation. I don't feel like we're gonna trip and fall into socialist America because we have free buses in New York. I just don't think like, there's the Red Scare is so crazy. The Red Scare, people would call Kamala a communist, and then they would say, "Oh, it's because she wanted to do this anti-price gouging bill." And then Trump literally comes out the gate and does a bill or writes an executive order to cap the price of medicines. So, like, I don't think anybody on your side really knows
Yeah,
what they're
that's
scared
what
of.
I disagree on what Trump did on the price stuff, right? But like Kamala's the person come up with the wealth tax, and then doing the whole like the videos about equality and equity. You know?
Yeah, it's not like she's gonna start giving people the means of production. We're just basically putting social
Yeah,
safety nets in
of
places
course.
where it makes sense. America first kind of stuff, you know, like things that Democrats always do.
But
Try to feed hungry people, help veterans, homeless people.
also the whole social safety net stuff. It's first of all, it's bankrupting the country. The Social
It
Security and the
absolutely
Medicare,
is
that's
not,
bankrupt.
dude. The
It's a
reason
pyramid
why
scheme.
No, well, the reason why it's bad is because it's based on population growth, and our population is not growing at a rate that it should, and now we're kicking people out of the country, people who pay into those things and then don't pull out.
Yeah, okay, talking about the population growth, right? The
Yeah,
Republican is valuing families, valuing home, valuing having babies and stuff, and then the Democrats promoting the LGBT stuff where you cannot have baby. You know, it's just feeling for me that this isn't. You know, I'm not like against like those kind of things, but it's just the message that the Democrats putting out is
the
focusing
Republican
more
states the
about.
Bible Belt is the capital of divorce. Literally,
I didn't.
Trump's had 5 kids with 3 different wives. There's no,
I know Trump is not a perfect people.
nobody's looking at the Republican Party and be like, this is the ideal family unit. Like, nobody's doing that. And what are you going to do? You're going to legislate that? The ideal family unit? I always hear this and I'm
No, but
bamboozled
like
by it.
it's yeah, but like they're promoting to have kids to marry and stuff, but the Democrats is promoting the LGBT stuff, and
But
then like the feminism and
no
all that
Democrat
the
is
empowerments and stuff.
promoting LGBT. Like, can you tell me a politician who's promoting LGBTQ?
Come on,
Tell me
what
one.
did Elizabeth Warren done after Trump passes the executive order on the college, the NCAA, that stuff?
Okay, yeah. Again, is anybody campaigning for pro LGBTQ stuff, or are we just protecting minority rights?
But no, but the message, you know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't see a Republican
No, we're
doing this
just
kind of stuff. You only will
I know,
see,
because you
like
guys
I think
straight up
what Kamala
gaslight
Harris is
us.
waving the LGBT flag or stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, because it's called bigotry, dude.
No, but like you can see like no, okay. I'm not against those, but I'm just saying the point that you're making that we need to not bankrupt the social safety net with Social Security and Medicare and stuff. We need to have more babies, right? We need to have more population in the U.S., right, to pay the
I get that.
taxes.
I don't think we
Otherwise,
should
this is a pyramid
force
scheme.
women. I don't think we should force women to have babies to do that.
No, I'm not saying I'm not forcing anybody, but
Well,
the ideas, you know.
red states are. I don't think you just
Well,
force
I live in
people.
California, so
Yeah, but I just
no, I'm
feel
not.
like it's sad
Of
for.
course, I'm.
Yeah, I think it's sad. I think people will do the families that they choose and want to have. They don't need to do the type of family you think they need to have, bro.
Yeah, I understand, but you're saying that we need more babies, right? We need more people to pay for this social safety net.
Yes,
Otherwise,
and
it will
it's
bankrupt the country.
antithetical
And
to kick people out of the country who are paying into this. Yeah, I think it's stupid.
then how? But isn't the social safety net only for American citizens? The illegals are not
They
doing
absolutely paid into
anything
it. They
with
paid
the safety net, right?
$96 billion in taxes last year. Of course
Yeah,
they do.
yes, I know they pay taxes, but I know they work, but the thing is, so you're saying that the illegal working people pay 96 billion into the taxes of US?
Yes, that's federal, state, and local.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like
I do because
when you're a migrant and you want to work, you can get this thing called an ITIN number. It's for people who don't have a social. An ITIN number
yeah, I know that. I know that.
will allow an employer to pay you and then also deduct taxes and pay taxes.
Yeah, I know that. I don't know. Maybe because for me, if a Democrat has a good candidate that's not like promoting like socialisms and all that crazy stuff, I would definitely vote Democrats. It's just comparing the two. I'd rather have a Republican than a Democrat because I
Can you
just cannot
can you tell me
stand
what socialism
socialism,
is?
communism. Yeah, socialism is like economic stuff about the government controls stuff. Communism is a political system that the government controls the means of production. I know that even like somebody like a
Oh,
crazy communist come into power in US, you're not gonna have change instantly that you're gonna not
okay.
privatize everything in the government control. I know that.
Socialist is where the workers own the means of production. So, like Pepsi, for
Yeah.
instance, the people who work at Pepsi, they would vote on things to change the laws. They would get an equal split or some sort of tiered split of the profits pulled from PepsiCo. Uh, that's what socialism is, or where you have socialized benefits, like the military. They get free housing, free education, free medicine, free everything, free clothes, free food.
Yeah, but like you're just saying that this like the most simplest form of socialism. Socialism is more than what you just said.
Well, there's like social democracies, or there's social capitalist countries.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but like you're talking about the Nordic countries, but we cannot do that because we spend too much money on military every year. We cannot have like a safety net like the Northern European country like Sweden, Norway, and this kind.
Yeah, I don't
And they
know.
also pay like a store amount of taxes, and I don't like that.
I agree that our budget won't allow for it, but we absolutely can't afford it. We absolutely can.
Yeah, we have to cut up. We have to cut a lot of military and then the social
Or we
security
just
stuff.
add to our taxes. We add more taxes. We pay
Yeah, I don't
roughly
like
what
that.
what the other countries do, and we add 10%, which is what the estimated addition to our taxes would be, and we'd have universal
Yeah,
health care.
I don't want that. I don't want to pay 60% of my income to the government. I'd rather have my money on my own, decide what I want to spend on.
Yeah, I don't know. I like collectivism. I like the fact that a billionaire isn't standing between me and my healthcare and taking his fair share, and I don't get the healthcare I deserve because he
Yeah,
gets to
I think the
decide what I
biggest.
get.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is for me is uh, I'm half Chinese, half Russian. My dad's born in the Soviet Union, and I grew up in China my whole life. I've been educated from start about socialism and communism since I was a kid, and I came here. My family came here to run away from that. So that's the reason why that I do not want to see US become like that. You know, I think the biggest thing is I feel like the Democrats going towards that way, and I
We're
cannot.
literally, out of all of the countries, we are the least furthest left. Can you name a country where there's a political party that's less left than the United States on the left?
In the world,
In like the developed world? Yeah.
I know in Europe they're more progressive than in US, but I don't
Yeah.
want to see US going towards becoming Europe because
Do you
Europe
see
is a
how
mess now.
far we're hundreds of years of progressive legislation from being socialist? I feel like you're
Yeah,
a
but
little
like we're
crazy
going
there.
towards that way though. We're
But
going towards that direction.
no, we're not.
I don't want to go towards that direction.
We're literally we're wading into to fascism. What do you mean we're going in that direction? Trump is literally
Okay.
consolidating power right now.
Yes, and I do not like that at all. And I do not like it at all. He's doing a lot of stupid shit now. But I'd rather, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I said, like if the Democrat has a more moderate people, then I would definitely vote for the person than like a like Trump, you know. I feel like the both parties are going more separate. Like the right is going more right, the left is going more left. It's just polarizing, you know.
I guess. I think Mamdani is an outlier. I don't think there's very many people like that, but I do hope he proves to the United States that his version of socialism isn't so scary and horrible and in the end of the world. Like literally, the free buses. I could see that making the economy better. I can just see that.
I
Like
don't
people be like, oh shit, this actually helped everybody.
I don't even think in Europe there are free buses. You still have to pay for it, but it's gonna like be
There's
cheap and
plenty of
stuff.
other. I bet Denmark does. I bet Norway does. I bet Germany does.
I don't know. I've been to Australia. I used to have to pay on the buses and trams and stuff.
Yeah,
You know,
Australia is very
like
capitalist.
China is a big socialist communist place, right? You still have to pay for buses. Nothing is free.
Okay.
I grew up there, so I don't know. I honestly hope that Trump loses the midterm so we can get some balance inside. Otherwise, he's doing some crazy shit now that a lot of that do not agree. But yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
bring some balance,
All right. Well, W.
you know. Mm-hmm.
Love to hear it. Well, thanks for
Yeah,
coming up, dude.
no problem. Yeah,
Take it easy.
there's some people in chat.
Oh. Yeah. 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 Guys, go ahead and tap. Go ahead and tap. 150K. Daddy wants 150K. And whatever Daddy wants, Daddy gets. Can I speak in third person like that? Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, are you a Trump supporter?
All right. So, I'm a little different from that guy from before, right? So, I'm also a Trump supporter, but I'm not, like him. So basically, to me, I love Trump, and I really support Trump because he is going to destroy America and American hegemonic power. So that's what I think.
He's going to destroy hegemonic power.
Not fully, right? But to me, it's already been a lot more than what previous presidents have done because of his
Hasn't he emboldened
incompetence,
them?
right? Hmm?
Hasn't he emboldened them? Are you over 18?
Who? Yeah, I'm over 18.
How old are you?
I'm like 30, but I don't live in the United States.
You're 30?
Yeah.
What's your birthday?
Is that relevant?
Yeah,
Why?
because I gotta check. Yeah. 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 Trump's the one who's gonna remove hegemonic power. That's wild. Hey, you guys better not all be getting rich in here. Yeah, accelerationism. I'm like 30. Guys, I ate this just before I went live and I'm in a coma. Look at I didn't want the crust, but that was a snickerdoodle cookie. And I got a little pint of Bluebell vanilla ice cream to go with it. I have a brownie. Guys, I am gonna be fat and sassy for this summer. I'm gonna be fat and sassy, guys. Dad bod, level 10. Vanilla bean ice cream is goated. I want the crust part. Guys, somebody could come take out my trash. Appreciate it. Somebody could come take out my trash. Dad bods are hot. Let's fucking go. Self-care can be ice cream and snickerdoodles. It's true. It's true. I'm also like having a hard time eating right now, so I'm like ordering treats all the time. So I'm eating nothing but trash. Is the crust in the trash? I'm here, gimme. Yeah, I've been ordering brownies from everywhere. I finally just got brownies from Tiff's Treats. Yeah. Yellow. Richie.
Hello.
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Damn right.
Dude, those glasses makes you look like you fuck hard.
I just came here to say you look damn pretty today, buddy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, pretty eyes. And I think I might kiss you. Thank you.
Chat, my D moved a little bit. It must have been love, but it's over now. That was hot, yeah. Did you guys feel that? Wow. We ship that maybe. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop in the box. Come tell me why you like Trump. You silly goose. You silly geesers. What's the debate about? It's if you like Trump. If you like Trump and your brain's not good, come tell me why you like Trump. Is Culver's called Culver's everywhere? In Texas, in Dallas, it is. All the girls want to be pickles. All the guys want to do pickles. Hey, W's, dude. I take my W's where I can get them. Did I love the movie night last night? I fell asleep during the second one. What was the second movie we watched? Pickles pulled a dude with wraparound gas station sunglasses. That's real. I know. Go to World Springs for Self Care Day. It's in Dallas area. Silence of the Lambs. Fuck. I fell asleep during that. That Midsummer one was effed. I did. I pulled a Sebastian. So Harry Potter tonight. That's not a bad idea. Fargo before it ended, it froze. Damn, dude. We already watched Sinners. Harry Potter marathon. I can probably watch a little bit tonight. I think I got something else going on tonight. Trump Wall Street Journal with Epstein out now. Ooh. I didn't watch Preacher, no. Hereditary was very good. We just watched that like a week ago. Heard there's a letter to Island Guy. Let's read it together. Jay Davies says Pickles is fine. You're goddamn right I am. Duh. Fucking duh. Any more debates? The box is empty. We can read this. God dang, gosh dang, Wall Street, mother flippin' butthole. Boop, boop, boop. Boom, boom, boom. No. Ah. Swipe it. No, dude. No, dude. I'm trying to remove the paywall from this article. Come on, Mia. It's lagging. Ugh, I just gotta subscribe. I just gotta subscribe. Motherfucking Wall Street Journal. Your excellent journalism. Your fucking excellent journalism and shit. I'm gonna sign in through the Googs. $1 a week for 1 year. $4 every 4 weeks. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Hold on, y'all. It's coming. Come on, 1Password. Do your thing. All right. Got a text with verification. Come on. Come on, baby. Take my debit card. Do what you want. Take my goddamn dollar. Oh my god. My job. I am in anti-corruption. I'm the most CEO. And we're going to be in education. Right? Continue. Jeffries. Mr. Jeffrey Bear. There he is. There's our big boy. So-and-so's friend sent him a body letter for a 50th birthday album. One was from Mr. T. Rump. It was J.E.'s 50th birthday, and Ghislaine Maxwell was preparing a special gift to mark the occasion. She turned to Epstein's family and friends. One of them was Donald Trump. Maxwell collected letters from Trump and dozens of Epstein's other associates for 2003 birthday album. According to documents reviewed by the Wall Street Journal, pages from the leather-bound album assembled before Epstein was first arrested in 2006 are among the documents examined by Justice Department officials who investigated Epstein and Maxwell years ago. According to people who have reviewed the pages, it's unclear if any of the pages are part of the Trump administration's recent review. The president's past relationship with Epstein is at a sensitive moment. The Justice Department documents, the so-called Epstein files, and who or what is in them are the center of a storm consuming the Trump administration. On Wednesday, after angry comments about how the files are a hoax created by Democrats, President Trump lashed out at his own supporters for refusing to let the matter go. The letter bearing Trump's name, which was reviewed by the Journal, is body, like others in the album, that contains several lines of typewritten text framed by the outline of a naked woman, which appears to be hand-drawn with a heavy marker. A pair of well-arced denotes the woman's breasts, the future president's signature squiggly Donald below her waist, mimicking pubic hair. The letter concludes, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret." In an interview with the Journal on Tuesday evening, Trump denied writing the letter or drawing the picture. "This is not me. This is a fake thing. It's a fake Wall Street Journal story," he said. "I've never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women," he said. "It's not my language. It's not my words." He told the Journal he was preparing to file a lawsuit if it published an article. I'm going to sue the Wall Street Journal just like I sued everyone else, he said. Allegations that Epstein had been sexually abusing girls came public in 2006 when he was arrested that year. Epstein died in 2019 in jail after he was arrested a second time and charged with sex trafficking, conspiracy. Justice Department officials didn't respond to requests for comment or address questions about whether Trump page or other pages of the birthday album were part of the agency's recent documents review. The FBI declined to comment. The existence of the album and the contents of birthday letters haven't previously been reported. The album had poems, photos, and greetings from business people, academics, Epstein's former girlfriends, and childhood pals, according to the documents reviewed by the Journal and people familiar with them. Among those who submitted letters were billionaire Leslie Wexner, the attorney Alan Dershowitz. The album also contained a letter from now deceased Harvard economist. One of Epstein's report cards called for Mark Twain Junior High School in Brooklyn, and a note from a former assistant that included an acrostic with Epstein's name: Jeffrey, oh Jeffrey, everyone loves you, fun in the sun, fun just for fun. Remember, don't forget me soon. Epstein, you rock, you're the best. Epstein was Wexner's money manager at the time. The longtime leader of Victoria's Secret wrote a short message that said, I wanted to get you what you want, so here it is. After the text was a line drawing of what appeared to be a woman's breasts. Warner declined to comment through a spokesman. Wexner's spokesman previously told the Public Journal that the retail mogul severed all ties with Epstein in 2007 and never spoke with him again. Dershowitz's letter showed it included a mock-up of Vanity Unfair magazine cover with mock headlines such as "Who was Jack the Ripper? Was it Jeffrey Epstein?" He joked that he had convinced the magazine to change the focus of an article from Epstein to Bill Clinton. Oh my gosh, it keeps going. I don't know if I want to read this whole thing, y'all. Let's see if we can just find the letter. Yellow.
Hello? Yeah.
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I am.
Are you not communist?
What? No, I'm not a communist. What do you mean?
I was just looking at your name.
Oh, okay, okay.
What do you like about Trump?
You know, I just um I just like that, you know, he's just good.
He's
Um
just good.
yeah, his policies were just good.
Like which
So I
ones?
just um probably probably the ones that help the economy.
So I think you've obviously heard that the tariffs are hurting the economy, right?
What's a tariff again?
What's a tariff?
Yeah, can you explain that to me?
Yeah, it's when you put a tax on goods that are imported. So if we import something from China, we have to pay a tax to the government.
Oh, okay. So it's like a tax on us then?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't really like that then.
Yeah.
I think he's just doing it to better the economy, probably. But you know, you just gotta trust the process. And I mean, the stock market has been going up.
Yeah, it's barely recovered from when we gave it to him and he started doing this crazy bullshit with tariffs.
But how do you like the state of the economy right now? It's pretty good from what I've seen.
Oh, we were projected to have a 4% growth in GDP, and now we only have like a 2% growth. So it's not exactly doing anything great.
Um, well, I don't know about you, but it looks pretty good to me. You know, I just like his tax policies, which have better the economy and such.
We're we were just downgraded for the first time. I think in any time in U.S. history, we're downgraded by Moody from a perfect credit score to a A1 credit score. So from AAA
Can you
to A1.
explain that to me? I don't know what that means.
That means when we go to borrow money, we have to pay higher interest.
Why?
Because our credit's not good. Our likelihood of paying back our debt is low. It's lower than perfect.
Wait, so that's a bad thing?
Yes.
Um, okay, I guess.
Yeah, like just like an individual, you want a good credit score, right?
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Uh, so what you're trying to say is Trump's not good?
Yeah, Trump sucks big fat floppy donkey dicks.
Okay. Um, I believe you, I guess.
All right, welcome to the Democratic Party. We
All
have
right, so
cookies.
should we start taxing the rich now?
Yeah, we got cookies, we got punch and pie in the back.
Dude, this sounds cool, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, should we also protect Medicare as well? Because I think we should.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should stop defunding food stamps and shit. Should stop
Dude,
defunding Social Security.
why couldn't you convince me earlier, bro?
I don't know. Uh, it's it's what matters is that you're here now and you know the wrongdoings of your ways, and you know,
Dude, thank you so much.
yeah.
I'm actually now educated. Now I know how a tariff works. Um, dude, you educated me. Thank you so much, bro.
I got
Now
you,
we gotta
bro.
get rid of MAGA. We gotta get rid of MAGA, bro.
Yeah, we gotta educate them. Educate them. Spread the word.
Thank you for educating me, bro. Thank you.
Anytime. Anytime, bro. Do you got
Thank
anything
you.
else for us?
Dude, I was brainwashed. What the hell? Dude, oh my God. I was brainwashed for the past like 4 years, bro. Thank you so much, bro.
It's all right. There's a hotline, MAGA deconstruction hotline. Give them a
Dude,
call.
can you please send me the link, bro. I
Yeah.
need to take a
It
look into that.
basically they just play Hollow Notes on repeat, but it works.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time, bro.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Catch you later.
All right, goodbye.
What's up?
What's up, dude? Are you a Trump supporter?
Reformed.
Oh, okay.
I was just curious. Are you like you said a liberal demon rat? Are you like a liberal by standard or?
Sure.
Okay. Um, what are your biggest gripes with Trump specifically?
I think
like two
I think
or one.
I think morally he is a horrible person. Can't trust what he does behind closed doors. Can't trust him to have integrity. So that's one big one. I would also say he's a malignant narcissist. So I think that if he had people telling him, "Hey, there's this, the tariffs, maybe they're not a good idea," I don't think he would listen. He would say, "You're fired. You're out."
Okay. I mean, I have to agree with you on some point that now in 2025, if you took a poll like that to me saying, would you trust him behind doors, quote unquote, I believe you said. I just want to use the same terminology. I would say that it's much different than like 2016. I mean, in 2016, when he wasn't beholden to the donor class and all of these very large donors from the left and the right, because there were some people that were on the left and then donated to Trump in 2024. I just think now it's obviously I agree with you, I would not trust him with anything. And I don't think that he's a trustworthy person to instill the MAGA movement. So I guess I don't mean to interrupt, but
You're good. It's real windy, by the way. I'm just gonna boot you. Thank you for coming up though. Thanks. I'm looking
can I
for
also
strictly
just say,
opposition.
fuck niggers?
I'm sorry. What do you say? There is no MAGA movement. It was a scam. Did he really? Did he say the hard R? Yeah. Okay. Could have. It sounds right. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right, y'all. Chat, give me a follow if you enjoy these streams. We're almost at 70,000 followers, y'all. The big 7-0. I'm officially up there with the big timers. He said loser? Okay. Yeah, we're cruising, y'all. We're cruising 70,000 followers on TikTok. Can we get to 100K before my birthday? We can try. We can try with y'all's help. Don't forget about us little people. Who are you again? Jesus loves you all. Gross. Where am I getting my glasses? These glasses are from Zinni.com. I actually got these at DreamHack, a little convention. These are what I wear when I want to kidnap somebody or do podcasts if I'm feeling cute. Hello?
What's up, man?
What's up? You a Trump supporter?
No, I just wanted to get your opinion on something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what do you think about the Genius Act being passed?
That's the crypto one, right?
Yes, correct. The stable coins.
I haven't looked into it. Can you tell me about it?
Well, yeah, it's just gonna basically help set the market cap higher for stable coins. So I was just wondering if you invested in cryptocurrencies or not. I have a whole bunch, so I'm like ecstatic to see if I'm gonna be making a lot of money or not.
I don't have any. I'm not a crypto bro. I might dabble. I might dabble sometime in the future.
Yeah, I think you should. Obviously, stay away from the meme coins, obviously, because they get rug pulled all the time. So you're gonna have like your stable coins like Bitcoin, Cardano, and all of them. Like those are actual, like legitimate coins. A lot of people don't trust them, but I understand that. But you can have bad experiences on them. I was just seeing if you knew anything else about it or not. I just came up here to see if you had an opinion on it or not.
Nah, I'd be lying if I said I knew much about it.
Oh, that's cool. I appreciate the honesty, man. That's all I care about.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Yeah, man. Later.
All right, peace. I have been saving a little bit of money. But I think my next investment's going to be a vehicle because I don't drive. And that's the fucking anti-poon. Anti-panoosh. Can I check mod chat? Let me see. Hmm. Guys, if y'all unionize, if the moderators unionize, I'm fucked. Get a Mazda CX-5. Do I know how to drive? Yeah. Those are cool. I think I want electric. Geo Metro. The good thing about Geo Metro is they have the heated back windshield so that when you're pushing it in the snow, your hands don't get cold. You can totally customize the Metro for 200 bucks. Ooh. What's Toyota got? Toyota's got... They've got one for 37K. The electric. It's called the BZ4X. It's pretty slick. Did you guys see me in this? I'm very tall. I'm 6'4". So SUV doesn't sound too bad. I also kind of like to sit high. Get a bike? No, 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 no. It's trash? The RAV4? I'm looking for EVs, yo. The Nissan Leaf. Nah, dude. People think I'm fucking Mormon. RAV4 is a hybrid. Carvana. Uh-oh. Carvana. Dude, I really don't want a Schmeshla. Really don't want one. There's a Chevy Bolt. God, it looks like a ugh. Prime is a plug-in hybrid. I've heard the Carvara horror stories. I've actually heard that too. The Hyundai Kona 34Gs. The Chevrolet Equinox EV 34. The Toyota, I still think looks a little bit dope. Prius is the best buy. Is it on this? Dang, this Lexus looks fucking sweet. $11Gs. Priuses are hybrid though, right? $57 miles per gallon. Sheesh. It's really nice. Oh my gosh, look at that. It doesn't look bad. It's not horrible. Guardian Gray. The older model electric was Prius was fully electric. They used to be fucking ugly, dude. They used to be fucking ugly. Get a slate? Oh, these things. Nah. This is Amazon, right? MSRP 28 G's. What do I gotta save up for that? You can build them out to the nines. I'm looking for a cheap car. 2026 Prius. Aptera. The fuck is an Aptera? Yeah. Reserve. $40K target price. Nah. Dude. Chat. Slow day. It's a slow day. What is all this, dude? Do we still have the $7,500 for the EV credit? That didn't get cut, did it? Only for US. September gets cut. If you can spare 100K, Hummer EVs, way to go. Oh my god. All right, we're definitely going to go with God damn it. There's nothing else American made. Bitch, I don't need. That's 2023. Okay. Chevy Equinox EV. CBS has canceled Stephen Colbert. This is kind of but I'm down. Costco member incentive. Holy shit. Should I go buy one of these? Equinox or jump? Okay. Before September though, yeah. Rivian EV truck. Kias are great. Oof. That's too much. Kind of tight looking. The EV9. Polestar. EV6. Okay. Okay. That looks dope. Yeah, it looks dope. Polestar support's not dope. EV6 looks like a fucking wiener, dude. But it's got that tax credit. That one looks kind of tight. I like this like destroyer gray that they're putting on a lot of cars. Yeah. That looks alright. I'm down for that. 38 G's, dude. Honda Insight. Honda Automobiles. This is not electric though. What's up?
Hey, can you check mod chat, please?
Uh-oh, okay. I see it. We have a contract now.
You need to pull it up so everyone can see. Artemis wrote it up.
This is dangerous. The Supreme Pickle Lord. Effective next TikTok live stream date. Pickles, aka the Supreme Pickle Lord, henceforth referred to as host. The moderators. We've got legal language here. The parties. To ensure maximum entertainment, chaos, pickle-related hilarity with the pickles of the mod TikTok stream. Host responsibilities. Must begin the stream with at least 3 varieties of pickles, one of which must threaten to stain clothing. Very important. Will accept to undertake any pickle dare as issued by mod, subject to reasonable limitations. See 2.3 below. Provides dramatic commentary, sound effects, overreactions per chat request. All right. Mod's responsibilities will invent and enforce absurd pickles laws in chat and changing them at random intervals. B has the right to announce a pickle dare at any moment, causing the host to consume a pickle in an absurd manner, e.g., eyes closed, left-handed, with chopsticks, etc. And C, for each successful completed pickle dare, mods gain 30 seconds for uninterruptible dad jokes. Love it so far. Safety provisions: neither party shall attempt to or suggest that is unsafe or unsanitary. All activities must comply with TikTok community guidelines and general human decency. Yes, even on Pickle Stream. 3 Pickles costume clause. Should chat achieve donation or engagement goal as determined by mods, the host shall do a pickle themed accessory as provided or demanded by mods. Example: pickles hat, green sunglasses, or inflatable brine floaties. Penalty provisions: if host fails a pickle dare, they must publicly apologize to each pickle remaining in the jar by name, or lacking names make up appropriately silly ones. If any mod issues a pickle law found to be unoriginal by chat, the mod shall be pelted with virtual pickles and must change the display name to Pickle Peasant for 5 minutes. End of stream decree: the pickle of the night must be honored with a collaborative, heartfelt toast composed live by all active mods and recited dramatically by the host. Safe word clause: the host may use the word safe word brine time once per stream to temporarily cancel all current pickle laws for a period of 2 minutes. Duration termination: the agreement shall persist until the host's face is sufficiently puckered, mods have exhausted all dad jokes, or the host declares or chat declares maximum brine has been reached. Signatures and witness thereof parties hereto accept for this agreement for the host eating a pickle live on stream, and typing at least one ridiculous pickle law in chat for the mods. It's legally binding, guys. declared null and void wherever people have run out of pickles and laughter. Love it.
Okay, yeah, we are local union 420 pickle mods. Thank you for not union busting. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Y'all are all fired, by the way.
No, that's not fair.
Sorry. We just checked our stock price, and you're fired. Starting immediately.
I hope 1,200 Liams and Davids and whoever else comes in and just goes crazy in the chat.
Yeah. Well, I just refer to you to the first part of the contract. Pickle is Supreme Pickle Lord. I think that explains everything.
We'll talk about this. Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love you back. Bye. So basically, I am become meme. Okay, right. Okay. Chat, I don't want to do car shopping for much longer. What are we going to do tonight? What are we going to do? The God Modder. First day on the job, Pickles mods go on strike. I treat my mods. I honestly am horrible. I'm a horrible boss. I don't check on my mods enough. We guys. Wave. You're making me want to pickle real bad. The Bubs will riot. Please don't, guys. Please don't. I don't have the energy. What are we, 3 hours in? Look at little chickens. Look at that girl. Look at that little baby girl. Are all the Trump supporters at the Good Trouble riots tonight? I don't know. Possibly. Yeah, protests. Thank you, Britt. Guys, do not let me forget I have a god dang subscription to Wall Street Journal. Did Colbert really get canceled? Let's see. CBS is ending the Late Show with Stephen Colbert next year. It'll take effect May 2026. It's typically the highest rated show in late nights. But here we are. That's so weird. Why did I just lose that? There they go. They hit me, guys. $4.33. Y'all owe me big time. Pickles, you have a SU? Oh, thank you, thank you. I have a sub. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Write it off. Lauren said what movie, but can't start till after the protests. More capitulation for Trump for the Viacom merger? Who knows? Who knows, y'all? Are we doing the Potter? Are we doing the Potter? Is that what we decided? Are there any naysayers to the Potter? The Potter seems like a good... What's the Potter? The Potters of Harry. Movie night. I don't do J.K. Rowling content. I get that. I get that. We're going to pirate it. So technically we're Robin Hoods. Lord of the Rings, dude. She's probably with Sarah Palin. Stolen rolling. That's what we call it. I don't feel like watching people walk for 3 hours. What else can we do? Hunger Games. Angie, thank you so much for the 6 months subscription. Thank you so much, guys. Please do consider becoming a subscriber. I have a subscriber goal of 600. We're at 512 right now. But the better we do with that subscriber goal, the more likely I can get myself one of them vehicles people are always talking about. The more snacks I can buy for pickles. And you become a bub. Guys, it's way cool. Subscribing to Pickles lowers your A1C. I like that. Holly Berry with 6 months as well. Thank you so much. I still want a shirt with an autograph. What's a girl got to do around here for an autograph? DM me. I can figure it out. I would have to buy it, ship it to me, ship it to you. Yellow. That is amazing. Holly with 10 gifted subs as well. Thank you so much. Holy cow. That's one that's one way to get rickrolled. Subscribing to Pickles increases your credit score. That is actually true. My credit score is actually going up being part of this community. So it's a scientific fact. Let's have a Schmishmortion debate. I would rather perform surgery on myself with a pair of kindergarten safety scissors. Neezy No, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome all the new bubs. Welcome y'all. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop in the box, come tell me why you like Trump. Hey, been watching over on YouTube's Lady Kells. Thank you so much for coming over here and subbing. All right, y'all, we're losing steam. We're losing steam. Did someone just gift more subs? Neezimo with 5 gifted subs as well. Holy cow. Dang, yo. I may need a restart. Guys, I wish I had luscious lips. I don't. It's got chicken lips. I just need the right plumper. The right plumber. Plumper. Bee stings. Gotta get lip injections. I can't even grow a beard. Can't even grow a mustache to hide my chicken lips. Don't get Mar-a-Lago face, please. I don't think I could ever do a procedure like that. You guys wouldn't support me if I got lip injections? Guys, you're supposed to support me through my journey. Big City Hopes, thank you for the 5 gifted. We'd lie and tell you look pretty. You know, that's gotta be the situation with those people who have really bad dysphoria and way too much work done. That's gotta be the situation. Like, maybe they're like 3 or 4 things in, and one thing just makes them look a little bit off. So they're like, okay, what do I gotta do to like offset this? Like, my nose is to this, and now I gotta do this to my cheeks. Like, I feel like it's just like a never ending thing if you don't have any self control. And people absolutely People absolutely tell people who don't look good that it looks good. I feel like it's just the nature. Like if I would do it. I would do it. I wouldn't be like, hey, your lip filler looks like shit. Nobody does that unless you're a prick. I feel like it's like tattoos. Yeah. Is there a way to get into Discord? My phone is dumb. It won't let me do it through the TikTok app. Neezy, did I already ask you to DM me or DM Miss Chandler? She can help you too. Tattoos are good. That's so true. Guys, I'm having a real hard time not walking down the street to the tattoo parlor and having them. I have enough money in my savings. I could get I can get re-sleeved real good, but I need to save it for a car. It's taking everything in my willpower. I need a car more. Yeah. 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 We need the car. We need the car. Although I'm worried. I'm worried about getting something that gives me a monthly liability for vacation in Canada. That'd be the dream. Order a fake tattoo of the car you want. Boom. Considering getting a tattoo, but you change your mind a lot. I don't know. I wish there was like there needs to be a good AI app for that. There needs to be a good AI app for designing tattoos. Like it'll like absorb all of your Pinterest interests or a subcategory of your Pinterest. And then you could choose like a section and then it could like create a tattoo. I feel like that should be a thing. Guys, does anyone build apps? I used an app to design my Mac Miller piece. Oh. Yellow.
Yo.
What's up? Have we talked before?
Yeah, just making sure you're deconstructing your racism today.
Oh, that's right. Working on it, bro.
What'd you do today to deconstruct?
I don't know. After I chatterbaited, I don't know, I said a little prayer.
Yo,
Lit a
bro, what
candle.
did you chatterbait to black women at least? That'd be a good way to deconstruct.
Sure.
All right, proud of you, bro.
Thanks,
You're
man.
gonna get through this. You're gonna get through this racism, I promise, bro. We all believe in you.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So you're a big AI guy, huh? Why don't we just use humans to design your tattoo?
Dude, why are you being such a wiener? My little brother is a tattoo artist.
Yeah, and you're endorsing an AI to take his job?
He would still have to apply the tattoo.
Why don't you get a tattoo on your forehead that says I am deconstructing? Don't mind my racism.
That's hilarious. I get it because you don't think that people are racist.
You can get a tattoo that says, "I will administer medicine to white people before black people."
Okay.
You understand the irony though is like, yesterday you were complaining about, oh, police arrest black people at a higher rate. Well, at the same time, you said if you were a police officer, you would arrest them at a higher rate.
Uh, I'm saying that society's in a position where the average person does interact with people of color at a higher rate.
So you
They
think the
suspect
average
them.
person
Yeah.
is racist?
Yes. Yeah.
You
I
don't
mean,
think that's like a
there's literal proof about. I mean, there's like scientific data that just shows this, dude. Yes.
that shows that the average person is racist? Is that the average
Yes.
white person or the average person?
The average person.
So you believe that black people can be racist to white people?
I think there is. I think there is. I think there's nuance there. So like when it comes to systemic racism, black people couldn't possibly do systemic racism to white people because white people are the people in power, and black people are not. White people are the oppressors, so they couldn't do that. They could
Okay,
definitely
so
be. They could be prejudiced or biased towards white people based on their race, but I don't think there's a system that they can enforce on white people.
so when you say you're racist, I get it. Like you're not saying you're racist, you're saying you have those implicit biases. But now you're also saying like black people can have those implicit biases. So are black people born with implicit biases and should they claim that they are racist like you do?
No, I think that these things are learned, and what are you saying? Should they also condemn themselves and be willing to move forward?
Yeah, like so you said like the version of racist that you are and that you say you are.
Okay, Melanie, thank you for the kick. Nobody's born with bias, yeah. This is exhausting. Like, I don't feel like I'm saying anything. There's no person that like came around and is preaching these things that I'm saying. These are just facts of life. These are just facts of life. For him to pretend to be so interested in just the facts of life, the way things are, like this is not an ideology. I make pickles bank. You guys are wieners, dude. That's right. I said it. Every day I get you closer to that car. No. Hello? No, because every day I deal with you, I also have to splurge and buy a fucking $8 cookie. Be smooth? I don't think they're here on purpose. Do I get crumble? No. I got it from Peach Cobbler, the Peach Cobbler factory. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It's not too bad. I don't think I've ever had a crumble either. I had Peach Cobbler Factory first time last week. Ooh. Yeah, I got a couple brownies from them. I should have got actual peach cobbler, but it's whatevs. I want ice cream so bad. Yeah, I've got ice cream in the fridge, y'all. Not a big deal. Not trying to brag. Not trying to raise jealousy. But I got some ice cream in the fridge. And Melanie, by the way, Melanie's message was he needs to stop using us to further his BS. Yeah. Will Wall Street Journal drop the story? I was just reading it. Did you guys read it? In this economy, I know, right? Pickles is handsome. Good job. So kind, so neat. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Private select triple brownie ice cream is so bomb. That sounds pretty good. Yes, Eric, that one. Thank you, Shawnee. Thank you so much. Jason too. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna forget about 9/11 before I forget about that Wall Street Journal subscription. I'm gonna forget about the Alamo. Don't forget about Trey. A Bloomberg terminal. Oh, guys, I feel like I'm winding down. I feel like I'm losing steam here. I keep making plans to hang out with my roommate and partake in lechuga. And I keep falling asleep. Blue moon. In the freezer, though? Lechuga's fun. Yeah. Do y'all do lechuga, Jason? Where's Locust? Thank God not here. Thank God not here. Maybe I have narcolepsy. Maybe. I've been falling asleep. I've been waking up at like the most decent normal people hours. I think I woke up at 7 a.m. this morning. Like a fucking normie. It's crazy. Taking my dog out twice today already. What are we doing? Locust schooled you yesterday? You too partake in blood shugs? Nice. We do? Nice. Most of us partake. Yeah, I just have a tiny little pin. I have a tiny little pin. Edible lechuga. I just get tired when I do edibles. That's it. It's nice for sleeping. I'm so glad you're partaking again. Thank you. Thank you, y'all. I feel like a princess. Feels nice. Feels good. Why the refund? What do you mean refund? Fuzzard says you are a princess. What are you talking about? Sativa or indica? I like hybrid. Sativa is the only thing that really does anything to me. Indica, it's okay. Are my fans Lechuga enthusiasts? I mean, I'm sure a lot of them do Lechuga. I'm an indica girly pop. I sent your $10 back on Cash App. I did what? Shane, I don't think it ever made it to me, bro. It's alright, bro. Indica for pain all day. Yeah, I agree. I mean, the body warmy, fuzzy feeling. I prefer to do like an edible, but I need a little bit of head high. You know. We need a tattoo tour, guys. Every time I do a tattoo tour, it's really fucking annoying. Thirsty chicks are in my DMs all day. They flood it. I can't see all my DMs from my fans and stuff. I just don't want to go through it again. Kristen, thank you so much for the $250 fucking dollars. Oh my god. W. Kristen's in the chat. Oh my goodness gracious. Kristen, missed you. Well, we're back to Harry Potter for the night. Oh my gosh, y'all. Kristen, come watch Harry Potter with us. Harry Potter makes me so happy. One step closer to the car. That's right. That's right. You met the cast? Oh my gosh. Ticky tacky. What's up, bro?
Nothing much. Just thought I'd come in and say hi. I haven't seen you for a minute.
Yeah,
well,
bro.
I've seen you. You haven't seen me. I haven't talked to you. How's that?
Miss you. Miss those butt cheeks.
I know. I miss you clapping them. Hey, have you guys heard about the pounds? The animal shelters are being over flooded, I guess, with dogs and cats. A lot of people are getting deported, and they have to leave their animals behind. So if anybody's
Oh.
thinking about adopting a dog, now is a really good time. You can actually ask them specifically if you have any dogs because their owners were deported, and they specifically they'll put up bios for them and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys heard. I've been stumping for Deja Fox the last few months, actually, last couple months. She lost. She lost to Adelita Grahavla on the 15th, unfortunately. So she's not the progressive represent. She was gonna be our Mom Donnie. I'll be honest with you, but she lost. She got 19% of the vote for a 25-year-old I don't know, what is she? Gen Zer, I think. I don't know. Kids these days, I can't keep up with it. But she's one of the youngest Congress people that would have been elected. She didn't make it. But there's other elections, you guys. We can do this again in 2 years. She got 19% against somebody who's been in office or held. She was on the Tucson Unified School District board for like 25 years. The lady who won. So if she can go up against that and still poll 19%, that's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Just giving you a breakdown of what's going on in my world.
Yeah.
Dogs. Let's save the dogs.
Dags. You like dags?
Dogs are better than cats. Just saying, you guys.
True.
Anyway. As my dog barks in the background. Anyway, man, I figured you were wrapping it up, so I just thought I'd come up and say hi. Yeah, 420 viewers. Look at that. It's because I'm on here.
You tell me that ain't fate.
It is fate. Me, you together, 420 people watching. I think it is fate. We're fated.
Well, I love you, bub.
Anyway, you guys be safe this weekend. Y'all take care. Have fun.
All right. You too. Kittens over puppies. False. Guys, we are slowing down. We might start movie night here soon. We might start the Potter marathon. Look at this dog, though. Look at this pooch. Pickles, show yourself. Was Harris better than Trump? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, by light years. Look at this stupid dog. Pickles. Look at me. She just has her eyes open. She's looking at me. What a little turd. All right, y'all. Need a separate pickles cam. I might eventually do that. All right, y'all. I am going to go ahead and call it, and we're gonna start movie night. So we'll hop in the movie channel, and we'll just hang out there. We'll let Fuzzer say something real quick.
What's going on, buddy?
What's up, bub?
So, I'm gonna say this one last time. Actually, it probably won't be one last time. You were on earlier. Someone in the comments said, "Hey, nice glasses." And green, dude, green, fucking green already.
I lost them, bro.
Did you really?
I lost them. I have no idea where they are.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll come up with $1.99 to get you a new pair.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right.
Can you guys go fund me the $1.99 to get Pickles a new pair of green glasses?
Yeah, it's gonna be $2 and change now with the tariffs. Thank you very much.
All right.
Get it right.
Yeah. Glass just went up.
Yeah.
Anyways, buddy, good to see you back. It's been a while since we've talked. That's all. So
you too, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, you guys, if you're not following me, I don't know why you're not.
Follow Fuzzard if you want to feel better about yourself. This guy makes a clown out of himself all day on the internet, guys.
I appreciate that. Now go watch whatever. What is it? What are you doing, Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Fucking Harry Potter. Okay, enjoy your Harry Potter. Okay.
All right.
I will. I will talk to you later, buddy.
All right.
Have a good one, guys.
For the green glass is infectious. Thank you so much, bro. All right, chat. I love yous. I will catch y'all later. I will see y'all on Discord if you're all watching movies. Y'all have a good night, guys. What's my other account called? It is called dark_pickles. Or there's one that's not pickles GGS, which is just my username here with not in front of it. You can follow those too. Chat. I love yous. I'll catch y'all mañana. Peace out.